This is the X&C Podcast, your Xbox newscast, featuring Colteastwood and Mag, hosting industry interviews and gaming talk live on YouTube every Monday night at 5 p.m. on the West Coast, 8 p.m. on the East Coast. For all of you listening around the world, X&C Podcast is available on demand on Spotify, Google, and Apple Podcasts. Welcome to the show. Join the chat, hit the like button, and let's get into this week's topics with the Xbox Newscast. Welcome, everybody, to the X&C Podcast, episode 200. Yeah, thumbs up for 268. And we're on our 5th year. And we have Mag. Mag is back.
Hi. Yeah, I'm back. Back in the seat, man. I'm back in the seat, ready to rock. We got some things to do tonight. We got some things to talk about tonight, even though this is traditionally the slowest 2 to 3 weeks of the entire year. It's usually the last 3 weeks of August. Yeah, like the month is usually a brutal month for all of us. But you know what, man? I got to tell you, everybody who with the ride or dies with Colt and with myself have been there for everything. So like even last week on XNC, everybody was there that follow the channel, and then even me, I did 2 live streams this weekend for Call of Duty. Everybody was there. Well, mostly everybody was there, but it's hard, man. It's like, it's that end of the summer. So everybody gets that last minute desperation in of like, Holy crap, I got to do something before Labor Day comes. And then I'm no longer allowed to wear white. And, and then they got to go do stuff and, go out with the family. And up here in Toronto, we got the Canadian National Exhibition happening right now. I'll be going to that tomorrow. So no Madcast tomorrow night. It's Wednesday instead. And a whole lot of stuff going on, man. So, but we got some games. We got some games to talk about. We got some things to talk about. We got some Gamescom to talk about. We got all kinds of stuff to talk about.
It's actually only last week was the slowest week, when typically all of August and maybe the beginning of September is really slow when we're talking about news. But you guys are here, and we've got a ton to talk about because Gamescom is coming this week. Xbox has showings going on for that. We've got a list of like rumored and leaked things that are going to be at Gamescom, so we can kind of get an idea of what's going to show its head again and what might get revealed. Going to be pretty cool. We'll talk about that on the show. We're also going to talk a little bit about Grand Theft Auto, but not much. It's been going on, like it's been smacking us up, like, against the face, like constantly. So we welcome everybody. We appreciate you. I see Steady Steve-O in the chat, and we have Happy Bomb behind the scenes that's moderating. Thank you so much for all the work you do. We've got, we're just really happy to be back and glad to have Mag back. Last week we had Red Wolf. I love having my friends and other people on. It's been great, but without you, Mag, like the rhythm is just not there. Like us doing our thing. It's been great.
Well, we've been dancing for so long, and then all of a sudden you get a different dance partner. You don't know each other's moves anymore. You know what I mean? So like,
I don't know what to do with my hips.
Yeah. I was moving my hips, and the man on the TV was singing the song. Listen, man, that's the way it goes. And the funny thing is, man, even when we were together in the flesh and funky fresh in Los Angeles, it was hilarious that it was almost like we were a walking podcast. It's like we were finishing each other's sentences, like just talking, walking down the sidewalk, beating up fentanyl zombies on the streets of LA, stomping on them like De Niro and Pesci. And anyways, we would just not like skip a beat. It's almost like we were still doing a show. We were having dinner together, eating smash burgers and whatever. And you're watching me drink copious amounts of beer. And it was the same thing. It's hilarious. We just got that thing, and it just kind of it's awesome, man.
Yeah, it is. That's speaking of awesome. P-Lump in the chat gives us a $2 super. Goes, before the man to start playing my damn theme song. We need to get the theme song spooled up so we can play it. And then we appreciate you. He's awesome. We got to hang out with him quite a bit.
Nice. I see you added your Jules to the situation as well.
Yeah, thanks to you.
I saw Jules show up in the chat. Roy Meisenbach sends a doggy bone treat. That's right. Give the dog a bone. Great song by AC/DC, by the way. And yes, he sent you a treat. There you go, Colteastwood. He sent you a dog bone. Throwing the dog a bone. Let's go.
Or the Nate dog. Well, I was about 8 when I caught my first case. I was listening to that today. That is a classic. You're going to get 90s Mag and I here at all times. We got a bunch to talk about. We've got the ticker running across the bottom that'll tell you what's going on. And so I thought when we get started, talk about what we've been playing. I am in a black hole of I don't know what to play. I've been playing one game that I'm supposed to do a review for, and I'm like partway through it, and I just haven't had the urge to keep going. So I'm kind of spinning my wheels. You've been playing the beta. Tell people about that.
A lot of it, too. Yeah, I've been playing a lot of it. You know what? I'm going to keep an eye on your jewels, because they disappear fast. But I just saw P-Lump dropped a gold coin as well in the chat. There you go.
Thank you.
Thank you, P-Lump.
Tell them the beta you've been playing.
The beta is awesome. I put this on Twitter, I think yesterday, or 2 days ago, whatever it was. And I'm like, I just got back from vacation, so I was back on the Saturday, hence why I'm so tanned. I know the lights make me look pale, but either way, I started playing it on Saturday because obviously I was still away, and I'm like, this is awesome. And I liked it. I liked the movement, the speed. Now, I played the campaign. For anybody who didn't play the campaign yet.
Talking about Call of Duty Modern Warfare for people who are just rolling in.
Oh, shoot. I thought you mentioned it already.
No, I haven't said it.
My apologies. I didn't introduce that properly. Yes, Modern Warfare 4. So I played the one mission. It's like it's a beta specific mission. I don't think it's actually in the game, from my understanding. They've just made it for the beta. And it's like a trench, like you're going through these trenches, and it looks like it's in between. It looks like the border between North and South Korea. That's what it looked like anyway. And that was my suspicion. And so you're getting in there, and there's like a power plant and whatever else, and you're going through these trenches, like very much like World War I kind of vibe, like Battlefield 1, going through the trenches and stuff. And, and then of course the Koreans come out, and and you're like, you're shooting guys in the bunkers, and it was scary. Very realistic graphics, fantastic looking. Very gritty, very dark, but in a good way. And what I liked about it from the campaign is that very much like real warfare, it was hard to distinguish who was the enemy, who wasn't. So there's a lot of hesitation. You're like, oh my God, do I shoot? Like, you know what I mean? Because it's hard to see it's hard to see everybody in their uniforms and stuff. Like, it's not as simple as like
Far Cry where all the bad guys are wearing red. Yeah.
Right. I was about to say, like, you go to the old school days of, like, let's say, like, Halo back in the day. I'm like, they're red, we're blue. You know what I mean? And they're all shiny, and you know exactly who to shoot. This was very much like, I was terrified going, I'm like, I don't know who to shoot. And I did accidentally shoot some of my own guys, and you die for that, by the way. They just end your game, and it says friendly fire will not be tolerated.
Classic.
So it was awesome. And then, of course, you get into the power plant, and there's a whole, by the way, they added a whole new thing to it. They added, like Dying Light style parkour. So, for example, there's in one of the levels, towards the end of the level, there's like the nuclear power plant is like having a meltdown or whatever else, just like people on Twitter on a regular basis. And anyways, you got to get out. So you got to go to the roof, and the chopper's waiting for you up there. The guy's like, be on the roof in like 30 seconds. Right? And then I'm like, we're going. And you have to actually like negotiate like Dying Light, climbing up pipes, and then you have to like look to the side. You have to throw yourself and grab onto a ledge, and then shimmy across and do. And so I'm like, oh, this is kind of fun. And then of course they also they have like the tactical sprint where you click twice on the left thumbstick, and it makes you run twice as fast, so you could jump over like large like gaps and stuff as like the entire structure is falling. So I'm like, that was exciting. So anyways, played that. Well, the cool thing is they added that mechanic into the multiplayer. And I'm like, yes, dude. So there's a map in there. And I played every single mode they offered, by the way. And I love the maps. And I know I sound like a total shill right now, but I really, really enjoyed it. Anyways, so there's a map called Rooftops, okay? And I played all the different modes. I played Team Deathmatch, Kill Confirmed. I played, there's another one called Inflation, where like people drop money and you have to collect money from their bodies, kind of like the Kill Confirmed, but instead of dog tags, you're picking up cash. And then it accumulates, and however much cash your team gets, you win or whatever, right? There's one level called the Rooftops. And when you're running around playing the multiplayer, you actually have to climb stuff. So you're like on catwalks, then you jump up and you could climb up a pipe. Then from there, you jump onto a fire escape and then pull yourself up to another level. And it adds a whole new verticality to like the gaming, right? So now you can actually like say, okay, I'm running over here. Let me get the hell out of here because people are shooting me in the back. then you could just throw yourself off the building and then grab onto a pipe, then jump onto the ledge of a thing, and then onto a windowsill, then shimmy across. And I'm like, yes. Movement is fantastic. They slowed it down, so it's not that Black Ops 7 like ADHD nightmare. Of you know, everybody like doing So they slowed it down. It's the only time you could do a fast sprint. If you do the tactical sprint, but it can only be used on a limited basis. Guns are great. I had no problem with time to kill and all that stuff. I know some people, whatever. They're balancing all that. They're nerfing some of the guns, and that's what a beta's for. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like a beta is to learn from it, right? So when people like started, like, that's why I put that tweet up. I'm like, what is everybody's problem? Like, not everybody, but there were like all these videos, Modern Warfare 4 is fill in the blank or whatever, and it's garbage, it's crap, and this and that. And I'm like, guys, it's the first day of the beta. Can you give him a chance? Like, let him work on it. That's the whole point of a beta, right? Then there's an open beta this weekend. So I'm like, I don't know. Him work it out. But from
a lot of the beta is to fix, you know, the net code and the server slam and stuff like that. But I've heard it's the most amazing Call of Duty in a long time, and then I hear people say it's absolute trash, and I don't even know who to believe anymore.
It's my favorite one. Yeah. It's my favorite Call of Duty in 5 years, easily. And I know some people, I said, I loved Cold War, by the way. I thought Cold War was a great game. And I'm like, it's my favorite since Cold War. And people are like, Cold War was crap too. And I'm like, hey, man, it's cool. All right. Just like, that's my opinion. I'm sorry. Yeah. I loved Modern Warfare 2019. And then 2020, I believe, was Cold War. And I'm like, I love both of those. And those were my, like, I haven't seen a good COD since then. Black Ops 6 was very close. That was a decent one. But the other ones were crap. So I was just like, no, this is the best one I've played in 5 years, in my opinion. So anyway, I loved it. And anyways, it's great. It's a lot of fun. And I look forward to this weekend. Now, speaking of this weekend, so this was a closed beta, folks. If you got a code, then you were able to play it. If you pre-ordered it or bought it, whatever, you were able to play it on all systems. This weekend will be an open beta. Now, I saw someone in the chat say that the maps are too small. They did that on purpose, and they did that on like Infinity Ward actually talked about it. They said we're doing the small maps so that we can actually focus on the gameplay, and then we're going to introduce bigger maps on the next beta, and then obviously in the actual game. So next weekend they're doing Resurgence. That's going to be in the beta this weekend, plus new maps and new modes. So they're going to be adding all that stuff in for this one. But the cool thing is, I totally forgot that this game is coming to the Nintendo Switch 2. I have a Switch 2. So I'm going to download the open beta for Switch 2 because I am dying to see how this thing plays. And what I'm going to do, is I'm going to play it on 3 systems, and I'm going to compare them all. 4 systems, actually. I'm going to play it on I've already played 8 hours on the PS5 Pro. This weekend, I'm going to play on the Series X. I'm going to play on the Series S, and I'm going to play on the Switch 2. So I will have a full spectrum of you know what I mean, of what it's going to look like on all the systems. So I might do a video about it of what, like, my thoughts and opinions on each system, and I'll do that next week. So I don't have a PS5 base. My wife does, so I might just go play upstairs for like an hour on her system just to check it out. So I'll have experience in PS5 Pro, PS5, Xbox Series X, S, and the Nintendo Switch 2, all 5 of those systems, and then I'm going to make a video on the breakdown of how they performed and how they looked and whatever else. So it should be interesting.
Crazy.
Anyways, sorry, there it is. There's my whole Call of Duty thing. That monopolized the whole weekend because I had a blast, man. I had so much fun. I can't wait for the game. I can't wait for it.
Yeah, it's the first one that's not in Game Pass, so you got to buy it if you really want to play Call of Duty. You know, the way it was meant to be. If you really want to play a game, you buy it. But I don't know. The last one was such a bad game, and everyone says that Call of Duty is like really lost its edge, but literally the one just before that was one of the highest rated in a long time. So yeah, I mean, it's still a great, one of the most popular games ever. But
dude, we not talk about this for like a year? Remember we were talking about it, saying like people from Infinity Ward were reaching out and saying, guys, this one is going to be special. We've been working really hard on this one, and I've been saying it on this show since like October 25 when I talked to a few people over there. Shout out to Infinity Ward, by the way, for posting on my tweet the other day. By the way, I put some gameplay footage up, and I put the gameplay footage up on Twitter, and Infinity Ward responded, and I was like, yeah. But anyways, yeah, some people over there were saying last year that this game is going to be really good, and so far they have proved correct.
Yeah, Yeah.
QMax, what are you saying? He says, maggots, you have no power here.
I put up a static shield so the maggots couldn't get in here and make too much of a mess. But no, I don't even know how to tackle this, but this has gone on like all week, and I figured we just kind of breeze over the Grand Theft Auto leaks. The last that we heard was that the hacker group had this dead man's trigger that if they got caught, it would unleash the whole game to the public. That ended up being debunked. This guy or his team has really made a huge mess. And Mag and I were talking just before the show started, because it's like if you everywhere you turn around, like you look in your underwear drawer, people are talking about Grand Theft Auto leaks. And I haven't even made any content about it. It's just been ad nauseum Grand Theft Auto leaks and hacks, and I've seen some of the stuff, and I'm like, man, could you have recorded it on an Xbox 3 or PS3 or something? Like the way it looks, I'm like, what did you record this on? And it has really deflated the excitement that a lot of us have for the game, because obviously this hacker group knows how to hack, but they don't know how to play a game. Like, they're controlling a third-person game where you're running around and driving a car. They can't even turn a car around in a gas station. So they don't know what they're doing with the controller. So it's obviously not what Rockstar wanted. But Mag was saying just before the show, we're getting the full reveal, the very first of what we think would be 3 segments over this next month or so. The first reveal is this Thursday. And so
Correct.
We are right on the edge of actually seeing the way this game is supposed to be presented and represented. And these hacker guys, I can't even say it publicly, Mag. I try to say, like, you're ruining it for everyone else. And everyone's like, oh, you shill. Oh, I want to protect the whole evil multi-billion-dollar corporation. It's like, no, I'm a gaming fan. I'm excited for this game. I want to see it properly. I don't want gaming mechanics and story beats. Like, they're threatening to share the prologue with Lucia and all kinds of stuff. I'm like, I'm a gaming fan first. I care about my purchase. You know, I'm going to spend $100 on this game. You're going to spend $100 on this game. And you don't want some jackball completely spoiling it because he has some manifesto to sell Bitcoin and to pretend like he's trying to save the gaming industry, which he's not. But I don't know.
I said it from day one. The minute the guy came out with his first thing, I said it, and some people agreed. Well, a lot of people, most people agreed with me. A couple of people didn't. And I said, they're not doing it for your benefit. I mean, this guy's not doing it for your benefit. He is literally doing it for self-financial gain. That's all there is to it. He doesn't care about the gaming. He doesn't care about the game. He doesn't care about any of it. He's literally doing it for personal financial gain. That's it. And I'm like, so if you guys think this guy's saving the industry, I can't help you. And I mean, like, if that's what you actually think he's doing, if you think he's some kind of a Robin Hood, you know, he's like, I'm taking down the rich and giving to the poor. You are not doing any of that, because in the same breath, you put up your little polls. And then what do you say in your little polls? Well, pay me in my coin and I'll reveal this, or you guys can vote on that, or buy my coin.
$80 poll vote.
Like, dude, like, get out of here, dude. Like, I mean, I went on a tirade about it in the middle of my Call of Duty match on the Saturday, and it was funny because I was already in the middle of that, which of course has, gets me to do a whole tirade of foul language as it is with Call of Duty. And then someone asked me that question in the chat. There was a flurry of F words that came out of my mouth about like what this guy's actual motivations were about, and I'm like, guys, listen, man. He's literally playing all of you. Now, you are getting footage. You're getting crappy footage. Okay? You're getting crappy looking footage. And the thing really is, that someone asked me, they go, okay, so Mag, or Andy Hart actually was the one who was super chatting me. He goes, so Mag, what is your solution? And I said, I'll tell you my solution. The solution is nothing. Just show your, hold on, hear me out. Okay. What I mean by that is people are like, oh, they got to release it early now. They got to do that. No. I'm like, no, they don't. Because the majority of people out there have no idea that this is going on. There's a lot of people out there that have no idea that this is happening. It's a lot of people who are tied in and tuned in with the community. A lot of the big media outlets, only some of them picked up on it, not all of them. And the general Joe Sixpack ain't talking about it. So the thing is, the more oxygen you give to it, the more, you know what I mean? The more you're just going to build the fire. And so the thing is, when I'm looking at it, Rockstar just released your high quality 4K footage this Thursday. Yeah. I know it's on Netflix and everybody's going to lose their mind. Well, guess what? You can watch it at 9 p.m. On my channel, by the way, 9 p.m. we're gonna go live. We're gonna watch it there on YouTube. Of course, it's a shameless plug. I will watch it on Netflix first at 3 p.m. and then at 9 p.m. I'm going to go live, and then we're gonna watch it together with anybody who doesn't have Netflix. Right? We're going to do that, and then we're going to have a conversation. And so that's when they can reveal their true 4K footage, good footage, incredible graphics, beautiful beautiful rendering, the whole 9 yards. Not that dusty old crap that you see on Reddit, whatever, at Jason throwing a ball at the gas station from 2024. I'm like, that ain't doing it, or like whatever else came out today. Now, so the thing is, what I came to a point of, I will talk about it, but I'm not watching any more of it. I don't want to see it because I'm like, so people are talking about the one that came out today. Even what's his name, Tom? It wasn't Tom Warren. It's the other Tom
Henderson.
Yeah, Tom Henderson. Sorry, Tom Henderson. I know you love us and you're listening to us, but he was talking about the one from today, and some other people talked about it. And I'm like, nah, man, I ain't clicking on your tweet. I'm not liking the tweet, and I'm nothing personal, and I'm not watching the videos anymore. I'm like, I don't want to talk. I don't want to hear about it. I'm like, I got so many awesome games that are coming up starting literally next week, or actually this week, excuse me, because Plague Tale Resonant comes out this week, by the way.
Yeah.
Starting this week, we got that, right? I don't care about it. I'm going to watch the official stuff from Rockstar. And then when the game comes out, I'm going to be super pumped, and I'm going to be streaming it and talk about it and doing whatever else once the game is out, and I look forward to it. That's all there is to it. Now, as for the corporation itself, people are like, oh, you must love the multi-bill. The thing is, there are also thousands of innocent people working there who actually are getting who are not, they're victims in this situation here that they did nothing. These people did nothing except for work on the game for literally years and thousands of hours. And I'm like,
it's not just the... Yeah, and it's not just the evil corporation. There's all these developers who are pouring their guts into making the game the best they can. Of course, maybe the corporation, the publisher, is making sure that it's amazing. Today it was reported that Rockstar India is working 12-hour rotating shifts, so they're always on the clock. So, but there's developers who are making games, and then there's all the gaming fans. And if there's 15 million people that know about Grand Theft Auto 6, there's at least 5 to 10 million that know that the game is being leaked. This is being reported everywhere. And someone said in the chat that the leak today was wild, and I haven't seen it, but I went on and I almost never do this, but I went into Twitter and I wrote Grand Theft Auto leaks as a muted phrase, but it's impossible. The posts
they're on top of it now.
They're everywhere. The posts are
they're
everywhere.
on top of it now. So what happened is those first couple of leaks that came out, they were up for much longer, so people were actually able to watch it. But the ones that came out, the ones that are coming out now, they're getting shut down so fast because now all eyes are on everything: Discord, Reddit, YouTube, Twitter, whatever else, right? And that's why it's so important. I'm like, I talked to the audience last night. I'm like, guys, do not repost, post anything about this stuff other than your own words, but never get involved with any of the leaks or whatever. If you want to look at them, but stay away from everything else because they can't stop you from looking at something that's there. But I'm like, if you interact with these things, it is best to just stay away. Don't press like button. Don't share it. Don't do anything. Don't repost nothing. Stay away from it. Don't be stupid because now they're going to go from, okay, this guy is mildly annoying, to now they're like, we're going to bury this guy under the prison when we get our hands on him. They're going to crucify this guy on Mount Calvary. He's going to be, you know what I mean?
If Rockstar gets a hold of him, it's over.
Dude.
If these guys get caught, they are going to get bankrupted and they're going to spend a year in jail. So it's going to ruin their lives. And I'm sure they've taken
a year in
crazy
jail?
precautions. At SLM82, I don't know. I would assume for hacking into something like that, they would probably spend about a year in prison, but it would bankrupt them. And I don't know much about that because I've never been to prison. But SLM82 says the leaks are still up and not shut down. I'm so surprised that on Reddit, and it's not like people aren't posting it on break.com or some website that nobody goes to.
Yeah.
It's directly on Twitter, and people have these on for hours and hours on their account. These gameplay clips, I keep saying the same ones. Jason's trying to turn an El Camino around in a gas station. Guy doesn't know how to play a video game, but he knows how to hack a corporation. So, it's been really frustrating. I don't. Someone said the pool leak was probably the worst one. I thought I had a pool leak. That's not funny. But yeah, it's yeah, it used to be 4chan stuff. NC630 says, yeah, it used to be like people buried in these like these incel forums where nobody else can go hang out, but people are literally using their accounts to post copies of the video leaks on Twitter where they can get shut down or copyright struck and everything. So anyway, as far as what's going to happen with it, the game is how far away now? It is 2 months
3
away.
months, I guess.
October, November. Yeah, it's exactly 2 months away. And I guess like at this point, like there's no delay. The game's still set to come out. If they're working around the clock, there's so much more to do. And as long as story spoilers don't come out.
Yeah. SLM82 is not wrong. Actually, some of the leaks are still up.
Yeah, they stay up for so long. It's just really surprising. We got Steady Steve-O. Thanks for the channel member chat. He's been channel member, supported this show and this channel for 81 months. I remember when Gears 5 came out is when I started the channel membership, and he's been there day one. He's a good friend. He says, 81 months, 4 more than my birth year. Yeah, I'm old, he says. Oldest. He says, CyberLeak can only damage the legal fight that Stop Killing Games is doing. Great show. Thank you. Yeah, the whole Stop Killing Games and physical games, like right now, there's supposed to be a shutdown for PlayStation. It will be a small blip. It won't even be a blip. I'm going to predict it will. Of course, PlayStation will never say a word, but for those of you who don't know, people have rallied together and said everyone's going to shut off their PS5. Don't play any games. Don't buy any games. Don't make any purchases. Don't go on PlayStation Online on your console at all for 1 week to show them that we want physical games. I'm here to tell you, they don't give a crap. That week will do nothing, because if there's a chart that shows a drop in user activity for 7 days, it will double when people can get back on their PS5. The people that care enough,
numbers. Yeah.
The people that care enough to stop playing, when that is over, they are going to excitedly jump back on to play their precious console and games that they love so much. And that's just how
look
it
at
is.
the engagement outside of Steam, like even the console engagement this weekend with the Call of Duty beta. I know it dropped off like 50% or whatever on Steam specifically, but it wasn't representative of PlayStation or Xbox, what was going on over there. So like people are right there playing the game, and I didn't see anybody complaining. I mean, outside of the game itself, but people were like, why are you playing that digital pre-order, whatever? And the funny thing is, in order to do that, you had to pre-order the game digitally in order to play that, you know what I mean? To play that the beta. And same thing with Gears of War. Well, Gears of War, they had the open one, but the closed one, you either had to upgrade for the Game Pass thing, which is all digital, and then of course you had to pre-order the game and purchase it digitally, and that's how you were able to play the betas there. I didn't hear anybody crying about that, and then no one is crying about Call of Duty. No one's crying, and then now it seems like some people are jumping on the GTA 6 bandwagon or whatever, but it certainly didn't stop the 54 million pre-orders. So like you know what I mean? Like I'm all for people's like rights and beliefs of what they want and what they want to, what they want to support. They want to support the physical games, great, or whatever. However, there is also the part that now some other people talked about it, and I'm going to talk about it. It's like, well, at the same time, you also have to respect the other side of the fence, because there are people out there who are saying, well, I don't use physical, and I mean, like, I respect your opinion and I respect whatever, but you have to respect mine. And the fact that, like, I did not, for example, turn off my PlayStation this week. I was streaming on the PS5 Pro this whole weekend. And some people are like, Meg, aren't you supposed to be in a blackout? And I'm like, that's not what I'm doing. So I'll respect your opinion. I'll respect your right to black out for a week.
Sure.
And then you respect mine for not blacking out. That's how it works.
You black out on your PS5. Mag will drink a whole bunch this weekend and black out on his own.
And I'll black out anyway. Yeah. I was actually going to make a joke about that. Too.
I knew you would.
You know what I mean?
Fawn's in the chat says CyberLeak actually hurt my hype for the game. I talked to him about this. You're weak. Like there was a little bit that kind of died when I started to see stuff. Not because I'm like, oh, the game doesn't look that good. It's just like I didn't want to see it in its worst way.
No, I want to see it officially, and that
doesn't know how to play it. Like, it's like 540p.
I'm not going to give it oxygen, Colt. I'm not going to give it oxygen, other than us talking about it. But I'm not going to like look at it. I mean, I just looked right now because I wanted to confirm what SLM82 was talking about. And I'm like, oh yeah, it is true. And I watched 1.6 seconds, and I'm like, all right, I'm done. I just saw that it was still up.
Meg, that's what I've done. Like I've seen probably 6 different gameplay leaks, like the basketball and the driving around and the whatever. Like I'll watch it. I don't know if it's 30 seconds or 2 minutes because after like 3 or 4 seconds, after like 3 or 4 seconds, I'm like, and scroll because I'm just like, you know how I've been. We've always say on this channel, sometimes when we see gameplay reveals, we'll watch for a minute or so, and I'm like, cool. I don't need to sit and watch the whole thing. Like I don't want to play that.
Right. I don't want to watch a 15-minute trailer. Now, I react to some of those. Like if I do a video or something, and like for example, the Phantom Blade Zero one, there was a 15-minute trailer. I watched that. They're going to be doing one for Fable, I believe, this week, maybe tomorrow or whatever, or the next day. I know that was one
a couple days.
The 26th? Okay, so Wednesday. Yeah. So they're going to be doing that on Wednesday. I'll cover that because that's interesting for not only the viewers, it's also interesting to see some of it. But I don't necessarily need, like if it's on my own time or whatever, I don't necessarily need to watch 15 minutes of gameplay. I'm good after 30 seconds. I'm like, all right, I get it.
Well,
like, I get it. I get what we're doing here.
Like the Phantom Blade Zero, the Fable Directs, like those are their gameplay. They show environment, they show game mechanics, they're explaining the world.
That's interesting.
Like that's really interesting. Right. But if somebody's going to show you straight gameplay for 3 minutes or 5 minutes or whatever, I'm good. I'll wait. I'll put hands on and I'll play that segment for myself. The thing with Blood of the Dawnwalker, we're going to talk about in a little bit. In a couple minutes, we'll talk about Blood of the Dawnwalker. I couldn't tell you very much about that game because I watched the gameplay and I'm like, okay, yeah, it kind of looks like Witcher Combat. It's cool looking. I don't need to say, I'm just not interested to watch more in a couple minutes. And they did a breakdown of, for those of you who are wondering, Blood of the Dawnwalker is like your Witcher style vampire game made by the devs that used to work with CD Projekt Red. It is supposed to be one of the biggest games this year. It's coming out in just a few days or a week or so on the 3rd, I think, of September, on the 3rd. And it was 30 frames. And they waited until the game was like 1 week out and they said, here's the modes. It's 30 frames quality, 40 FPS with VRR mode and on all the consoles, and everyone like freaked out. And I know we talk a lot on the show about how gamers lash out and do they actually make a difference. So this time, there must have been enough people who didn't call them the F word because this studio went back and said, we had a 60 frames mode ready. We weren't ready to reveal it because I had a reply to them yesterday and I said, hey, we all like what we've seen. Is it possible there's a 60 FPS mode coming post-launch? And I didn't see a lot of people asking that. Maybe they did, but anyway, they just like deleted that tweet this morning and they announced, yes, we're going to have a 60 FPS mode, which makes me think it's probably going to be kind of like Starfield. Run 60 FPS a lot. Sometimes it doesn't, Well,
you see, that's the thing I'm wondering. Like, how did they go from 30 FPS like 4 days ago and all of a sudden they're like, no, it'll be 60 FPS at launch now. And I'm like, how did you make a turnaround and the game comes out in like 11 days or whatever the hell it is?
That's
2 weeks.
That's the discussion that we've had, Mag, about 60 FPS on like Grand Theft Auto 6. A lot of devs will test a game and they're like, it hits 60 a lot, but there's just too many places in the world or too many places when there's certain things on screen where it drops down to 40 or 42 and then it comes back up, and we just rather sweeten up the graphics and lock it at 30 and you have a solid game. And that's what happened to Starfield. And so I said, if Grand Theft Auto is like right on the cusp of 60 FPS, then it's possible that they will patch it in later once they've made optimizations. But they've been working on this game for so long, Grand Theft Auto, that they've probably made that decision. My prediction is that it's 30 FPS and it looks incredible. So as far as you asking, how do they, like 11 days to go and they're like, we have a 60 FPS mode. They said we had it ready. We weren't ready to reveal it. So they felt like it wasn't solid. And now they're just like, let's just go ahead and push forward because let's be honest, Mag, how often do gamers really complain when a game occasionally drops 10 frames in certain areas and comes back to normal after a couple
Not really.
Like a minute
if you're
or so,
locked in. Yeah, if you're locked in or whatever, like even for example, when I was playing on the the Gears of the Gears E-Day beta and I was streaming on the Series S, when things got really hot and heavy, there would be a significant frame drop, right? But it was for a very short period of time. So of course, I'd yell it out while I was streaming. So I'm sitting there playing.
Yeah.
I'm like, Colt, get over there. And I'm like, frame drop, right? And then I would just yell it out, whatever. But it would eventually correct itself, go back to 60. But it was a very short period of time. It didn't really affect my gameplay. Now, I'm not going to consume the regular game on the Series S. I like to stream on the Series S because I want people to see what that thing is capable of or what it's not capable of. So I do that. And it didn't really interfere with my gameplay. You know what I'm saying? And it didn't interfere with my enjoyment of what I was doing.
Yeah.
So it would drop for a second, and then it would, well, not a second, it would be like 10 or 15 seconds, but then it would sort of, correct itself and go back up. Now, however, here's the thing though. If that's happening on a regular basis every time you get into a combat situation, let's say with Blood of the Dawnwalker or whatever, that would be ridiculous. Because then I'd start getting pissed off. Because I'm like, you know what? I don't even want to go to this village and start biting people's necks because it's just going to happen again. And it's going to start, the pattern recognition is going to start getting you upset, right? Because now you're saying, okay, here we go. Now it's going to do it again. If it happens sort of intermittently and it's not, consistently dropping or whatever, then I don't think it's a big deal. But I don't know, man. I'm gonna have to wait and see on this one because it's right up there, like on anticipation for me. But I'm like, I'm gonna wait now. I'm a little hesitant. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little hesitant right now, and I'm like, this might be a wait for sale situation. It doesn't mean it diminishes my excitement for the game, but I may give them a little more time because there's so much other awesome stuff to play.
Yeah,
like
the timing.
I may give you a little bit more time on this one, 3-4 months, patch it out a bunch of times, get the performance down, and then put it on sale. And then I'll buy it because right around the corner, I got Onimusha sitting right there. Yep. I got Wolverine sitting right there. We've got early access to Gears of War right there. We've got Star Wars Galactic Racer, Silent Hill, Control Resonant. Like, give me a break, man. Like, there's so much to play. I'll be like, wish list it, go back to it, like some of the other Ubisoft games. Give them a year, and that's when some of those Ubisoft games are top notch.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do that this fall. It's crazy.
Star Wars Outlaws, amazing game after 1 year, but and 40% off.
Yeah, I know. I loved it. I got it for $20 and. On your recommendation,
dude,
I loved it.
I love the hell out of that game.
Yeah. Anyways. I mean, the character's not the best, but it's still fun. Mike, thank you so much for the $5 super. He says GTA is only in 5th place in pre-orders on PlayStation. I don't know if that's true. Maybe right now, but I mean, the pre-orders were like a month ago. Again? He said that pre-orders are only 5th place on the PlayStation. I would think they're number one.
They were like. No,
or
they
number
were first
2
place for a while. I don't think it counts cumulative. I think it counts like for this week or whatever the metrics are for the month of August. Everybody who did pre-ordered it a month ago. So it will show up on the last analytics, not these ones.
Yeah, and like Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4 is going to like push really far up ahead. As much as people might, the one half that might trash the game, the rest of the world absolutely loves those games. And they don't care.
As it stands right now, GTA 6 is the number one purchase game in this entire generation. It hasn't even come out yet. It hasn't even come out yet.
Might be. Andy Ackerman.
The closest one would be what? Hogwarts Legacy, 35 million?
No, well, I mean, you got to throw in Nintendo, like the Mario games, and they're like
crap. I forgot Nintendo was.
I know what you mean.
Like
if we're looking at
pandemic and stuff.
Yeah, if we're looking at the games that everyone can play on PC and consoles, like Nintendo's on their own little Mushroom Kingdom island. Andy Ackerman, thanks for the 5. He says, "Hey there, Colton Skag."
Really, Andy? He's such a skag.
Yeah. Deadly, thanks for sending a jewel. Appreciate it, bro. Andy also says with the 2, I heard Mag is always done after 3 or 4 seconds. Eating? Yeah.
He's always got to follow it up with something, eh? Thanks, Andy. He comes into my chats, he sends in super chats, and dude, he just shreds me. Every super chat, he just shreds me to pieces. And I'm like, I'm trying to keep a straight face, but he's a funny dude.
Yeah, we got some good people in the community. Another one, Deadly. Thank you so much for the 2. Just keep up the good work. Love the content. Thank you so much. I will talk about content that I have coming this week. It's going to be it's going to be a crazy week. I don't even know how I'm going to do it. I just got to be like this.
You got to do the Clockwork Orange thing. Yeah,
I better charge it to my credit card. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mitch Grote, thank you so much for the $2.79 Canadian. Says, is the FPS on Blood of the Dawnwalker being held back on purpose to push next gen? Absolutely not. No, they want this game comes out now. they're planning on this game coming out at the end right here in a week or so, in 9 days or whatever. So yeah, the FPS was held back because that's absolutely the reason. They didn't feel confident that people would be okay with it. They've got Digital Foundry who will rip that apart, show the graph, and tell you how horrible that game runs. I'll tell you this. I love Digital Foundry, love their work. They're awesome. Those graphs and the pixel zoom ins are really, really great, but I would think that would only affect your enjoyment maybe half the time. But the rest is just good information to know like how the game's running and looking. So Blood of the Dawnwalker, I think what they're going to do is they're just going to spend some extra time on optimization, and they might miss some stuff because optimization might be one of their high priorities before launch because they made that decision. Thank you for that, Mitch. Paladin 18, thank you so much for the 5. Says, good to see you guys. Thanks for the great content. Meg, it's good to have you back, bro. It's always good to have you back.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you. And thank you for telling us we do great content. That means a lot. Like, I worked on a video last night that can't come out for a couple days, so it's hiding in my channel, and I was really happy with the work, so I can't wait for you guys to see it. Red Wolf Renegade, my good friend, great content. He says, people need to realize that GTA 6, I love this statement, and I said this too. I got this statement from Red. I said it in my video about Grand Theft Auto. He said, people need to realize that GTA 6 is a sequel to Red Dead 2 in terms of its feature, immersion, animations, gameplay, quality, and, like maturity, not GTA as an IP. Because him and I have both, thank you, Red, that's such a great statement. Him and I have looked at that as, this isn't GTA 5 Part 2. This is GTA now. Kind of like when we took the leap from San Andreas to 4, like, more realism and immersion, more grounded, really cool stuff. The tech can do more things, but obviously from what we've seen, you got alligators and tattooed face guys and social media. Like, dude, it's going to be insane.
It's going to be insane. And beyond the online mode, that's what a lot, don't listen to the noise. The noise out there, and people are allowed to have their feelings. It's fine. But a lot of it is just hot air. But what I'm thinking is this is going to be the kind of game like Cole. I'm sure you've seen it. You go to Instagram or even on Twitter, or whatever, mostly Instagram, like people put up reels that are like 8 years later or however long it's been. Yeah, it's been about 8 years, whatever, since Red Dead 2. They're like 8 years later, we just discovered this in Red Dead Redemption 2. If you go to this spot and this spot at this exact time.
Meg and I have the same Instagram algorithm. Like, I see this stuff that I love. And in the bottom, it's always Meg's picture with a little heart. And I'm like, one of them was like a clip
about that.
One of them was a clip from the first Rambo movie, and it was like it was Sylvester Stallone coming out of a bathroom stall is what it looks like. He's like, there's no toilet paper in there, and like, sir, that's a dressing room. And I'm looking, I'm like, this is the dumbest thing ever. And it says Mag loved it. And I'm like, yes.
You always send me those messages too. You're like, Meg, why did you like that? And I'm like, I don't know, I thought it was funny. Don't worry, I got more for you. Anyways, you see that whole idea, like Red Dead 8 years later, and they're like, by the way, you go here at this time at that exact whatever, this and that, blah blah blah, and you will find this. Or like if you see this character and you actually let enough time pass, their beard grows, or their hair grew, or their children are starting to grow up, or whatever. Like the thing is like living, breathing. And
or the worship clips,
no different,
where they're showing Red Dead, showing how amazingly beautiful and gorgeous the game is, or how immersive it is, and how the graphics are just eye melting. And then, like you said, all that stuff that you can still discover. Yeah, Red makes a good point. That's going to be
with GTA 6 outside of online. And then they're also going to be doing the user generated content, UGC. That's coming as well. That's going to be tied in with the GTA Online, where you're actually going to be able to do so much more beyond just playing online and doing heists and stuff. You're actually going to be able to create your own content, which you'll be able to share on social media, and it's going to be a whole thing, man. I like when it all gets properly revealed and you see the whole picture of what they're going to do. It's going to take a long time because they're not doing it all this Thursday, by the way. It's going to be done in installments and in different media avenues.
I mean, people's careers are going to explode, like content creators, people that make TikToks or Instagram reels or YouTube shorts or YouTube content. Like their channels and their careers they're going to become, this will be the thing that they do, and they make a ton of money because
I'm going to make a run at it too, outside of my content.
I mean, I don't even know how to, it's so overwhelming. It like frightens me to watch this content on Thursday because I'm like, I don't even know where to start. It's like, I don't know how to fix the car and I haven't even popped the hood yet. So I have no idea what to expect. That's how I feel. And like someone will put out a video like 3-4 days after the game is out that'll say 100 insane details that you can't believe are in Grand Theft Auto. And I remember they did one for 5 back 15 years ago. It showed like how your clothes get wet up to a certain point when you walk in the water. When you're running, you get sweat collecting on your back. The way the car radiator, exhaust manifold ticks when you stop a car and it's cooling down. It was just on and on. It was like 10-minute video that had like millions of views.
Now imagine now.
It's going to be huge with the social media tie-in, Mag. Like we're going to be sitting back and watching people go just make explosive content. It's going to be a whole cultural event, the game. And then this leaker's like, yeah, I'm gonna buy my Bitcoin. I'm gonna show you the whole game, and I don't even know how to play video games. Did you see the dude, Mag? The guy in London or whatever in UK that went in front of the studio in UK with a huge leak and like bit it, like one of those vegetable leaks or whatever you call them. He looked like a total troglodyte. I mean, I'm gonna be rude because this guy is like, I support cyber leaks, and he's out in front of the studio at the glass doors. He's like, and he
I did see that picture. Yeah.
I did. Right, and I'm like,
if I was an employee at Rockstar and I saw some guy outside there doing that, I would literally just clobber him on the way home from work, and I'd be like, I don't know what happened. As is like his body's on the ground,
hit him with your briefcase,
like Jack Reacher, just knock him out and be like, I don't know what happened. I found him like that. Like,
I don't mean to be mean, but I mean this guy is like supporting. I'm going to sound really ridiculous, but it's like, it's digital terrorism. You're terrorizing. It's a terrorism when it comes to millions of dollars for a corporation. And people are like, oh, you're protecting the corporation. But like all of us are invested emotionally and financially in getting this game. And we're going to play it. And he's going to lose his power anyway.
Once they start revealing the stuff properly, all focus is going to be on that. Right. And they're going to be like, whoa. And that's why I say Rockstar, whatever they're doing, stay the course of what they're doing and whatever. I know not everybody's going to agree with that. That's fine. But I'm like, stay the course with what you're going to do with your marketing and all that kind of stuff. And you're just going to drown the guy out. He's just going to get drowned out because everybody's going to be like, I don't want to watch your crappy 2-year-old footage that you got from some Indian guy's laptop from Rockstar India. You know what I mean? Because you fished him on an email. Like, nobody cares. Like, I mean, people do care. But like at the same time, eventually when they start showing the real goods properly, then people be like, what? Oh, you still here? Oh, whatever, dude. It's like, it's like that scene from Tombstone. Oh, I forgot you were standing there. Like the Doc Holliday line. It's gonna be that. They're gonna look over and be like,
why don't you just do that?
Johnny Ringo, looks like somebody walked over your grave, CyberLeak, or whatever, right? And then like nobody will care anymore. It's just to be like, all right, but show the real goods. So Rockstar's got to stay the course, make it big, put it out there.
This whole bit is over. This whole bit is over soon.
Their Black Ops team, though, is looking for this mother effer, and I'm telling you, when they get them, target down.
We're going to waterboard them with blue Kool-Aid. It'll be great.
All you're going to hear is this. Target down. Roger that, Team Bree. We will see you on the roof. Black Duck to Green Goose.
Just get him with one of those sandbag shotguns or whatever, the beanbag shotguns. Those things hurt like hell. Yeah. Just get him with that, but I don't know. It's whatever. It's going to be over
and leek soup. I'll make potato and leek soup when he gets arrested. I'll do it on the channel.
But your Grand Theft Auto soup. Hey, I want to talk about Fable because there's a huge controversy and there's kind of an overhaul going on. I want to talk about it, but let me grab these questions. You guys are amazing. We've got Mayo. Thanks for sending a naked fetus. That's what it looks like.
Is it the naked guy curled up?
Yeah. It
like says hiding.
Yeah, sent hiding. Yeah. Thank you for sending the jewel. We appreciate it. I don't know what it means, but that's how I feel sometimes. Ben Yang, thank you so much for the 5. Appreciate you guys' support. He says, no blackout here. Born Conspiracy. What? You're talking about the old classic, like 2009 Born Identity game that came out. Like, who
remember
has
that game.
I
played that game.
I wanted to buy it, but it was like kind of like a low 60 or a high 60. And I'm like, I don't want to shell out the money, but it looks so good. Was it good?
I don't remember, but it was okay. Like, I mean, you know what? It wasn't that bad because I played it on what's it called?
It was on the Xbox 360 and PS3.
Yeah, it was Blockbuster Video. I rented it. Because remember those days, right towards the end of Blockbuster Video, what they did is they did like a monthly thing, right? So it was like $20 for the month, and you can rent as many video games as you want. Yeah, the summer pass or whatever. It was $20 a month, and then you can rent as many games as you want. However, you could only rent one game at a time.
I think it was 50, Mag.
50?
I remember because I think game rentals were
$50 a month?
$5 a piece. Yeah,
it was $5 a piece. Yeah,
it might have been 25 a month, but I think it was 50 because even then I felt like it was a good deal.
Like that, maybe 25.
Because games were like $5. Do you guys remember right in the chat how much it was to rent a video game for one day?
Well, there was a Blockbuster next to the restaurant that I owned. It was like literally when I finished work or whenever I went to what's it called? Like when I was like take a break in the afternoon between lunch and dinner services back in those days, I would walk over to the Blockbuster. I go rent a game, bring it back, and then I had a PS3 in the restaurant, and I had my Xbox 360 at home, and I would just rent for whatever system, and I would either play it at the restaurant during off hours, or I'd play my 360 back at home, and that's when I was really raking in the achievement points back in those days. And when I was, I would destroy those games in like 2 days, bring it back, get a new game, and then on and on and on. And one of those games was The Bourne Conspiracy.
Yeah, I missed it.
That's right.
Happy Bum says Colt tried so hard to cancel his membership. Yeah, I got a late fee, and they sent me a card and said, if you don't pay your $8 late fee, we're sending you a collection. I'm like, F you, I'm getting rid of my, I was like all super mad, but you were right, Mag. It was $50 for 3 months. So yeah, it was very cheap. Okay. I paid for the 3 month and I was renting movies games like crazy. And I wanted to bring this up really quick. I wrote this on socials, but I was going to ask you as well. I feel like I don't watch more than one movie a month. Like I only go to the movie theater maybe once a month, and I don't sit down and watch rented. The point I'm making is back in the early 2000s, my wife and I would always go to Blockbuster or Hollywood Video, and we would do the loop and walk around the new releases like twice and pick a movie and take it home and watch it. I think we did. Felt like we did that every Friday.
Well, that was the standard because the new releases came out on Friday. And so like everybody would race to Blockbuster or Hollywood Video or Jumbo Video up here in Canada was another one. And you just go in there and it was Fridays. You go to Fridays at Blockbuster and you would have to like fight people to get like a copy of like Terminator 2 Judgment Day, right? And they would have like 200 copies of them sitting on the wall and they were all gone. Yeah. But man, there was nothing more thrilling than getting there and going, God,
and moving the case and there was the actual physical case back there.
Yeah, you spot one like 8 feet away, and you're like,
"Thanks, Sabina."
There's one left. It's like there's one left, and it's like out of the 200, like 199 were rented out, but there was still that one copy, and you just raced and grabbed it. There was no better feeling in the world, man. And same with video games too.
Remember
because the video games they had the jewel cases, and then they had the box behind it, right?
Yeah, there was only like one copy of the older games. Do you remember?
Oh no, video games was always one.
You remember going up the counter and saying, "Hey, do you have Shawshank Redemption," and they're like, "No, it's all gone." They're like, "Let me check," and they would turn around and pull out that metal bin where people have been dropping them off, and they would dig through there and go, "Oh, here's one." And they'd scan it.
Oh, dude, I used to freak when that happened. But like the video games was exciting too because I get to like the 360 and PS3 sections, which were facing each other. So you had Xbox here, and Xbox had way more games than the PS3 at that point. The PS3 was basically just like one shelf of like Blu-rays or whatever, right? And then Xbox had like, because the 360 was like just, it was the console, right? And so they had like double or triple the size section, and you would go through and you're like, oh, there it is, and I mean like run over there and grab Fallout 3 and grab Captain America, and then like off you go, or whatever, you know what I mean? It's just like you get in those games, man. I love that.
That's the story.
That's where I discovered Infamous.
That is the story. I was at Blockbuster Video with my brother-in-law, and I grew up playing video games with him when I met my wife, and we were looking at all these cool like army games and sniper games, and some like nerd kid younger than me like walked up and like bumped us out of the way. He goes, "Oh, Fallout 3. Oh,
that's where I played Fallout.
And he picked it up, and I remember looking at him. Yeah, I remember looking at him like, what a geek. Fallout 3, that game looks dumb. And this would have been like 2000.
And now look at you. And now look at you.
Yeah.
Now you're a Fallout shill who can't.
It's so ridiculous that I was just like,
now you can't stop playing the damn game.
Who wants to play that game? That looks so boring. And then I think it was about a year later, my coworker like wouldn't shut up about it. I'm like, all I could think of was that kid. Oh, Fallout 3. And,
dude, and you know what the funny thing is? That was my first Fallout experience was because of Blockbuster. I saw it sitting there and I'm like, well, the cover looks kind of cool. Let me see the back. So I looked at the pictures and I'm like, all right, let me check it out. I mean, it was, you know, it's not
what
like
did you say when you picked it up?
But Fallout 3. Yeah. And I didn't know what the hell it was. So I'm like, let me try it. So I tried and I liked it. It was fun. So yeah, it was good times. Hey, listen, man, that's why Blockbuster was so important. You would discover series that you never knew you were going to be like, you know what I mean? You might have skipped over it because you didn't have the cash to go buy a full price game, for God's sake. You know what I mean? I discovered Infamous.
Yeah,
and I'm like, what the hell is this for PS3? And
I discovered Just Cause 3 because of Blockbuster Rental and Crackdown 2. I didn't play Crackdown 1. I knew that Crackdown 2 was new, and everyone's like, oh, the first one's amazing. I'm like, well, I'll play the sequel. And everyone hated that one. I had so much fun with it. Anyway, let's talk about Fable. You guys are amazing.
Let's talk about Fable.
Make sure I'm caught up here. Oh, I didn't even finish Ben Yang's comment. Ben, thank you so much for being here. He says, we talked about Boring Conspiracy, and I'm like, tangent.
Oh, right. And then we got caught up in like 10 minutes of like Blockbuster talk.
Yeah, so I'll start over. Ben Yang, thank you for the 5. Says, no Blackout here. Boring Conspiracy, Resident Evil Dark Side Chronicles, and Stranglehold on PS3 emulator. No PSN, no dynamic variable rate pricing, he says. Yeah, dude, nice. I should get into some of the old emulation. Italian Gangster, thanks for the channel membership. Gifted to Never Be Game Over. Thank you so much for doing that. It's Alex, Father Alex, for a Canadian $2.79. Good friend. Meg, tell Colt I got him a code to join us on Modern Warfare 4. Nice. Yeah,
that's
I will.
Lovely. Well, Father Alex, here's the thing, though, dude. We don't need it anymore, my friend.
What?
Because the next beta is open.
Yeah, well, then let's do it.
No, because the next beta is open, so it's gonna be, you know what I mean? It's available for everyone now.
Yeah.
So you don't need a code.
X-Paladin says in the chat, loving 4XP. He says Legendary and Gravewalker are fantastic. They're a great sponsor. Excellent. We talked about them last week. I need to hit up the guys. They're awesome and play some games with them and see what we can do. But they're 4XP is awesome. You guys should check it out. I don't have a link in this description because we're not sponsored this week, but go check them out at 4xp.com. Debate Nate TV says, how do you think the radio will work for Grand Theft Auto? Will you just have Spotify logged in, or will you have it says just sat songs?
No, they're just gonna have they're gonna have their curated playlist, and they'll probably add a feature because I mean it's 2026 at this point. Everything is integrated. 100% they're gonna have some kind of a feature where you can access your music in one way or another. We were doing that on the PS1 for God's sake, and then we were playing games like later on in life. You were able to put other games on Xbox specifically, the original Xbox, OG Xbox, you could do that. You remember that? You could like play like a curated song list from your on the original Xbox as well. I mean, it's 25 years later, 30 years later. I'm sure they're going to have some kind of an integration now. So,
All right, let's talk about Fable because I've been excited.
Sure.
I actually spent time today. I did a super cut of 35 minutes of just really good stuff that they've shown over the past 2 years. So it'll be up on screen. There we go. Okay, good. Everything's working. Make sure there's no volume coming off of it. Should be muted. Yeah, okay. I've done that before. I'm like talking over. So this is from the Developer Direct, the trailers, the Xbox Showcase. So basically what's going on right now with the controversy of Fable is that there was a small teaser trailer. Here, I'll go back to it again so you can see it. It's going to be right here. It starts with Fable, character walking, and then it shows a little bit of combat, and then it shows this girl very briefly, and everyone's like, oh my gosh, this is like the best looking female they've ever seen in their entire life because they think that the anti-woke crowd has won this big argument. But the reality is that since Fable has had its Developer Direct and its last 2 trailers, they have shown 5 different playable characters. Right now you're looking at the I would say he's the Colteastwood. He just looks like a regular lame dude. If I didn't have a beard. There is the famous Lily Nichols with the freckles that everyone hates her for some reason. And then there is a African American guy that he's kind of, I'm old, right? Meg and I are we're old Gen X people. So you describe people by their nationality. So the guy looks like he's African American. He kind of has maybe some Asian features on him. You'll see him in some of the content. And then there is a regular white dude with kind of long brown hair. And then there's this young girl that they showed at the beginning with a slender face. So the big controversy is that PlayStation has bent the knee and they're going to stop using the Lily Nichols, the original character, as the first described or the leading character of Fable, and they're showing this girl instead. I'm like, no, they're not. They're showing all of these different player characters over and over. And in their last trailer, which was at the game showcase in June, when you and I were sitting there together, that showed 4 different player characters. You're seeing it right now if you're watching live. There's a guy with the hat, which is the long-haired guy. You'll see a clip of there's the African-American guy. And then you'll see Lily Nichols' character briefly. And I think that was an African-American girl with longer, fluffy hair. That's kind of long. And so that's another one that I didn't see her face. Anyway, this is what they're doing. They're trying to show you that you can have a custom character. So let me get right to the point of that. I think that Fable will allow you to choose between 12. Here's the thing. It's showing it right now. It's showing switching between 3 different characters and their outfits. So they only show the black guy, the white guy, and then the Lily Nichols girl. And then they kind of show the outfits. So I'm assuming there'll be maybe 10, maybe 12, but it's probably maybe less. So let's say 8 or 10 characters. And then you can change skin tone up and down, change the hair to any combination of that. And you just kind of have a preset character like you do in Forza Horizon or Sunset Overdrive. Can you think of games where they don't let you customize your character? They kind of let you just pick one and make a couple changes?
Piece them together sort of like a Lego character.
Sure.
You know what I mean? You can only pick 5 features and you can just change those things or whatever. But yeah, I get it. It's not going to be some guy on YouTube is going to spend 3.5 hours creating a character down to every wrinkle of skin that he has in real life or whatever. So yeah, it's going to be like piecing together a Lego character.
Yeah, you're probably not going to get to change the nose size. Whenever I make a custom character, it's the nose has to be very long. It has to be very round here. The eyes have to be super small and close together. It's really easy to make my custom character because I'm a weird looking dude. So I do it all the time. But I'm assuming that there's just going to be some preset faces and then a tone and skin slider and thing like that. But it's looking really good. I think they definitely needed that extra time, and they're set on the February 23rd release date. There's an early access. They're showing some pre-order stuff, and then they're going to do another showing at Gamescom this week on the 26th, which is Wednesday, right? Yeah, Wednesday. So. I don't
Wednesday,
know.
Or is it tomorrow?
It's tomorrow's the 25th, so they're showing it on the 26th. Yeah. So I keep looking down at my calendar here. So yeah, on Wednesday they're doing another showing. I'm assuming it's going to be fairly brief, another 5-minute trailer. I don't really feel like I need it, but one thing they haven't shown is a lot of combat with other enemies. There was a really brief clip in the last trailer where he slammed a frog. The Balverine, one swipe at the Balverine. So they've been really hiding a lot of this game. So Mag, what do you need to see from this? Because there've been 45 minutes or maybe at least 35 minutes of footage out now already.
Well, there was some video I saw. Yeah, now there was another guy's video. I can't remember his name now, but he's got a huge YouTube channel. He's got 700,000 subs. He was showing some exclusive footage that just came out. It was a teaser, and he was breaking it down, he was slowing it down and stuff about what they're going to be showing this week at Gamescom. So there's a couple of things that he pointed out. For example, I don't know if it's in this footage, but there was a yellow bar underneath the health bar. like underneath the HP bar or whatever else, and he thinks that that's maybe like a build up for magic or something like that. I can't remember exactly, but there was that was added in there. It showed a little bit more of the combat, which looked really good. It's like the girl was fighting some like really tall dude. He wasn't like a giant, but he was definitely like 7 feet tall or something like that, and it looked amazing. Like from what I saw, just like the quick little clips or whatever, it looked awesome. Like just the physics of like the way the dude was swinging the big broadsword and he came down with it, like, and then you block it. And then like you even see him kind of, when she blocks it, you could see him stumble on his left leg a little bit. And it literally looked like a real person was doing that. And I was like, wow, that really looked cool. And then it showed some more of like the lightning magic effect. Cause I know that in the other trailer, it showed that, the girl there like slammed her hand on the ground and then like 3 lightning bolts came up or whatever else, and but this was like a revamped version of that, and it looked way better. Like it had more pizzazz to it, and it looked very I would say almost like an Expedition 33 / Hogwarts Legacy when it came to some of the like that battle shot that they showed.
I got a lot of Hogwarts Legacy when I was going back over the footage this morning. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, it looked really cool. So I like it was just like a revamped version of the same like attack. It wasn't the same scene; it was a different scene. And then like slams the fist down, but you really see like this lightning come down and just crush these dudes or whatever. I like that they're adding the different characters so that you're not forced to play just the dude or just the girl. Now you still are, but like variations of it now. So like that other girl that they showed, the one with the straight hair and whatever, like she was pretty hot. So like I'm totally gonna play that.
Meg's like all warmed up for that. I got to say something real quick before you talk about the characters. I'm gonna go back here. I'm gonna scrub this back. I noticed when you're looking at this combat right here, they may have made some adjustments to the combat since the original reveal, because the camera's really far away right here if you're looking at it as I'm talking. And so I just had an epiphany that either they move the camera closer as they refine the game over the year delay, or there is a Fallout, Starfield, Grand Theft Auto style button where you can hit like the back or select button and you can bring the camera either close third person or far third person, which is likely what we're seeing here, because I think that's like the combat kind of, if you got the character far away from the camera, it could kind of fall flat because you're not seeing all that gritty stuff up close. So anyway, I'm sorry, I had to interject that.
I gotta find out who. Yeah, I gotta find out who that guy was, because he has like 700,000 subs. He was a big channel, and I don't know where he got this footage from. It's like brand new gameplay reveals, and it launched just the other day, his video. So I watched it today when I was working out, and I was just like, oh yeah,
look on
I checked it out.
Look on your YouTube history and see if you can find it. I doubt he's got footage that I've never seen, because I don't think they've given anybody. Not that I know of. But I think I put together
Craze
35
Gaming.
minutes. What was it?
Craze Gaming, Khraze Gaming.
Craze, huh?
Craze Gaming, yeah. And he put a video up like actually it's 2 days ago now. It's 2 days ago it came out. I guess he dropped it on a Saturday.
K or C?
And it's
sorry.
No, K.
Okay.
Khraze Gaming. He's got 651,000 subs. I mean, he's pretty big.
Oh, Craze, like craze with a Okay. I will check that out. I would love to see stuff that
like. He was showing stuff that I've never seen before. I mean, unless it was something from LA and I just didn't remember, but it didn't seem like it. Like it's something like, and he was talking about how stuff from Gamescom and stuff like that.
Yeah, this is all from the dev reveal about the game mechanics, which I did a report on. They sent me that early. Oh, he's got something new here that I wish I could show this.
That's what I'm saying. Where the hell did this guy get this stuff from?
Well, this is all gameplay that you're seeing right now, but he's got a zoom in of it's a cosplay guide that they put on their website for the characters, showing like their outfits. Right. That's something I probably completely ignored. But he's talking about this is all stuff we've already seen, but really cool video. I wanted to make another Fable video, but we're getting a big reveal Wednesday. So let's see. Andy Ackman, thanks for the 2. He says, I like to know what I said to get timed out. Let me look. I don't know.
Oh, I did see that. I didn't see the deleted.
I don't know. Just I won't dig into it. We've got a lot to talk about, but just make sure that we're all like, we don't have to fight too much. And here's a sword. Why don't you try something with that? Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, we appreciate you. Thank you so much, guys. I don't know, Meg. I've tried to temper expectations with Fable, but I'm really starting to build up some really personal excitement for this game, even though we have a lot of great games to look forward to until February. But I was cutting this footage together, and when the character was walking into the buildings, into the shops, I got a total Hogwarts Legacy vibe. And apparently there's a rumor that Hogwarts Legacy 2 could possibly get its unveiling at Gamescom or opening night live. We're going to talk about that as well. Is there any other concerns you have about Fable before we move on? There's another leaked game that has kind of caused some problems.
I was just when I was looking at the original showings, like the original couple of trailers, I thought were very underwhelming.
Yeah.
But the last trailer that we saw officially, the one that we saw in LA, was awesome. And I know I've said the story ad nauseum a million times, but it was one of those things where I was I was sitting with Lord Sovereign from the Iron Lords, just me and him, and I was watching that trailer and I leaned over to him going, dude, that was, I won't say the expletives, and I'm like, fill in the blank, awesome. I'm like, that's what they should have showed the first time. You know what I mean? That's what they should have let off with.
I think they've been overhauling the game.
Lame as. Yeah, they were lame. And then the funny thing is, someone from Playground was there, and I spoke to one of the dudes from Playground, and he actually said it right to my face, and he's like, yeah, we heard the feedback. That's what you saw today.
Beautiful.
He goes, what you saw today was, he said, what you saw today was the feedback. And so I was like, well, thank you. I said, because that trailer was awesome. And he's like, oh, thank you so much. Yeah, we worked hard on it, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, that's how you lead off. It's kind of like the Doomsday trailers. The Doomsday trailers sucked up until the one that they just released, the one that they showed at San Diego Comic-Con. And I'm watching it, the one where he lifts the Sentinels out of the ground, and he's like, hell works for me, for I am Doom, right? And I'm like, why didn't you start with that?
Why didn't you just
should have been your lead-off trailer. Yeah. Why don't you just say that? You know what I mean? Why didn't you just start with that? So same thing with Fable. Why didn't you start with that one? Because that trailer in June cooked, man. That cooked.
I've made a lot of content about Fable, about the development and the cool stuff and the mechanics and everything. And I think that original trailer in 2023, they were making a Fable game, and then after that, they're trying to find themselves. Shout out to over 600 people. Thank you guys so much for being here. We appreciate your support. Awesome. Hit the like button if you're enjoying the show. Meg and I are trying to cram as much news and information in this show so that you guys can enjoy the show, have your dinner, and go on with your lives. We appreciate you guys so much. If you're listening to this on Spotify or Apple or other podcast platforms, while you're driving or in your phone on demand, thank you so much. We appreciate your support there. You guys are helping growing a really cool community. We appreciate it. But what I was going to say is that Fable is kind of finally finding itself, and they're fine-tuning it. And that trailer that you're talking about at the June showcase, I really liked it. But when I went back and watched it again and again, and then I was cutting it up today, I cut out all that Haley Atwell because it's a lot of I didn't want you guys looking at footage where she's talking to the camera. I wanted you to just see stuff that looks like gameplay. And half of that trailer is some really cool stuff that went over my head the first couple times I watched it because I was taking the time to cut it out. And that's what I love when I make content is I get a newfound understanding of the context. You dive into it. So Fable looks awesome. Thank you so much. Danny Passion, thank you so much for the $2. Man, he has been around for such a long time. He's been such a great supporter and gaming fan. He says, Zonki looks amazing or looks insane. Hopefully I pronounced that right. I'm pretty sure that's the sequel to Black Myth Wukong, right? Is that what he's talking about?
Yeah. It's a sequel to Black Myth, yes.
I still haven't seen it yet, and my friend said it looks awesome, and I completely
a lot of people are talking about it. Even Danny Passion has been talking about it. He's like, dude, you should do a reaction video. And I'm like, I was away when it came out, so it's kind of died off now, the hype for it or whatever else. But it's too late now. You know how it is. If you're not first, you're last, right? But the way I look at it is that I wasn't, from what I've seen, I never actually played the game. I'm not going to be a fraud and say it's not good or whatever, because I actually never picked up the controller and played it. But I wasn't interested in the game to begin with. So I doubt I'd be interested in a sequel. You know what I mean? Because I'm not a boss rush guy, and I'm not really into that sort of thing. And that's why I still, even after, by the way, 2 15-minute trailers of Phantom Blade Zero, for example, I still don't know exactly what the hell that game is either. And I'm like, what is it? Is it a hack and slash? Is it it's definitely not an RPG. Is it an action game? Is it a Souls game? Is it a boss rush game? What am I playing? Because I'm like, I want to be excited, but at the same time, if it's not my style of game, then I'm not interested. It's like Star Wars Zero Company's coming out. I don't like RTS games and those kind of games. Like, I'm not interested in that, right? So, you know what I mean? It's one of those things. So I don't know.
Just more really good games, and I have to put a highlighter on it, Mag. The sequel to a PlayStation exclusive is launching day one on Xbox as well. Stellar Blade, the sequel to Stellar Blade, is launching on Xbox day one. The sequel to the third of the trilogy of Final Fantasy, launching on Xbox day one. And when I get ridiculed for saying exclusivity is dying or dissolving and game franchises will be better for it, it's absolutely true. These third-party money hat deals are becoming a thing of the past. And it's really good to see studios that aren't owned by PlayStation or Xbox making their game for as many people as possible. And because we live in an era where there's so much to play. Game Seeker goes boss rush. Yeah, I mean that's what Black Myth Wukong and we think this other one is. It's basically you go around, work your way up to the boss and fight him, and then go to another one and another one and another one. And the boss can be super challenging. Those are the moments that I'm not ready for. So anyway, I can't even remember where I was. We got to talk about this new Xbox revealed game that's supposed to be at Gamescom. This was like a hot and heavy discussion over the past week, and it was like a sure thing. Nate the Hate had reported that Xbox, and you missed it because Red Wolf and we speculated here with the chat's full support and help, and we whittled it down to like 2 different or 3 different games. It was either Killer Instinct 4, Halo Wars 3, or Ori 3, and it turned out by the next day that the unanimous chat was correct. It was Ori 3. And Nate the Hate reported that Ori 3 is going to be revealed. It was going to be worked on by a different studio, like Saber Interactive or something. And Thomas Mahler, the team behind Moon Studios, was not working on it. Well, Thomas Mahler, he has like a very strained relationship with Xbox and Microsoft. I don't know if you know this, Mag, but I talked about it last week. They don't get along, and they had a very rough outgoing.
No, I've known that. Yeah, okay. I've known that. Yeah, he usually has nothing nice to say.
Right.
Funny.
Yeah, and so he's taking some cracks at Series S. He's taking some cracks at them not putting their West for the Wicked on Xbox day one because the platform's smaller. And so he was like, I don't believe this rumor that Ori's being worked on. And like everyone's like, well, Nate the Hate's never wrong. Turns out this morning, like early this morning, the day this show is going up, Nate the Hate said, I don't have his tweet in front of me, but he said, hey, I've been hearing some mixed messaging. Turns out Xbox doesn't have a new game to release or announce at Gamescom. And he's like, I don't really think it is Ori. And if it was, I think that Moon Studios would possibly help on that. So he's kind of like...
Didn't he take a crack at Nate the Hate too? He said something about him too.
He did as a fun crack. Do you remember what he said?
Yeah. Oh, okay. I wasn't sure because someone asked him about it and he's like, well... He can say what he wants, but I actually was there at Microsoft today talking to them or whatever. Like it seemed like a little bit of a jab. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He also said you don't mess with the king, and then he followed it up immediately with humor is okay, guys. I think he does have a fun sense of humor, but he also gets attacked constantly by gaming fans that are either diehard Xbox or diehard anti-Xbox or whatever. And developers have opinions, and they have sense of humor too, but you just have to be really careful when you're navigating the waters of talking to the fans because not everybody takes the tone the same way. Hey, I've been told.
Well, let me tell you something. You know what I'd love to see? I'd love to see a fist fight between Thomas Mahler and Randy Pitchford.
I don't even know what Thomas Mahler looks like.
No, not because of what they look like. It's because of their personalities. They're both insane, and they both act like gangsters. So I'm like, can you imagine these guys having like a Biggie Tupac beef? That would be hilarious. I would love to see all of that. Like Thomas Mahler is clearly a lunatic, Right, even in Zerks in the chat there, he goes, Thomas Mahler's that crazy ex-girlfriend that wants that wants her man to take her back. Yeah, but he's awesome. But he's hilarious though. Like Thomas Mahler's hilarious. He says totally like out of line things. He's funny. Randy Pitchford is exactly the same way. And I'm like, that would be awesome. I want to see a rap beef between them, like Tupac and Biggie. I want it between Thomas Mahler and Randy Pitchford. Perfect, because they're both maniacs and they both run studios. I mean, it's perfect.
I mean, you get a creative who's got a really strong personality, and you're just bound to see, explosions happen. But apparently, there's no leaked game, or no announcement. The rumor was that Ori was going to get announced in the next day or two at Gamescom, and then it would come out this year. I'm like, why would Xbox have a game, even if it's smallish, like Ori, which the franchise is gigantic, but have a game like that come out this year? It would be post Grand Theft Auto, which is not a good idea. Putting a game out in late November or early December is just hardly anybody's going to buy it. No one really loves to buy games in December. They're already done shopping. It's just the nature.
Yeah. December's a weird time of year. Yeah, and it's a rough time of year.
Yeah, Xland says, if it's a cartoony cheap game, I don't want it. Laugh out loud. Well, Ori's not a cheap game whatsoever. It is really high quality stuff. It's one of the best Metroidvania games around. It's got super, super emotional heart, really great storytelling without dialogue. It's amazing. But for me, I
love that game.
I can't finish them because the Metroidvania and trying to remember and do all the stuff in the challenge, I just kind of
It's it's really the funny thing is, I'm not a Metroidvania fan, specifically of those kind of games, but there's two of them that I finished. And the two of them just happened to be Ori and the Blind Forest, or was it Will-O-the-Wisp? I can't remember which one I finished. I think it was whatever the second one was. Was Will-O-the-Wisp the second one?
Yeah.
Okay, so I finished that one, and the other one I played, a Metroidvania one, was the what's it called, Prince of Persia one that Ubisoft made. Of course, there was that other one. Yeah. There was that other one that guy, the African guy made, the one that was about his father, made me cry at the end. It was on Game Pass, actually.
Yeah.
Someone remember that one? You know the one I'm talking about? It was the one African dude made the game by himself or something. It was crazy. It was him and one other guy made the game, and it was an homage to his father. I bawled like a little baby in the last 10 minutes of that game.
I'll get you the name. Tales of Zao.
Yes.
Tales of Kinzera Zao.
I loved that game. I loved that game. So those are the three I played. And Ori, I would rank Ori and the Tales of Zao being the two best out of the two, and I would put a very close second. I would put Prince of Persia, but yeah, Ori is a major IP, man.
Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah, it is. And everyone's like, "Oh, you can't have anybody but Moon Studios do it." But another studio could make something really, really good. But Nate the Hate must have got some weird mixed messaging. One of my friends said that maybe they were trying to eke out who the leakers are. So they threw a wild card out there to see who would report on it. But I would think the reality is probably closer to there is a Ori game in development. It's just not ready for reveal. And maybe we'll hear about it next year. But Moon Studios is not working on it. And Jez Corden of Windows Central said there's no way they do it without Moon and without Gareth Coker, the composer. But,
right.
I mean, Gareth Coker's really great. Did he do the State of Decay 2 as well? Gareth, the State of Decay 2 soundtrack is incredible. At one time, I downloaded a bunch of the songs to use in videos because it was so atmospheric. Hey, when I look up stuff for you guys while I'm supposed to be doing the show, Gareth Coker, State of Decay. I don't
remember the music in State of Decay 2 because that game drove me insane. Yep. So I didn't notice it, unfortunately. Yeah,
it was just for Kid. That's why it was just for Kid. The guy that did Assassin's Creed 1 and 2, he did Borderlands 1 and 2. He's amazing. Yeah,
that's some serious work in there. Magnum, knock it off. He's cry over a video game. Lay off the soy milk, Mag. Listen, man, there are stories in video games that can bring a grown man to tears. Okay, and if you don't have it, that means you have no heart.
Mass Effect 1 and 2, Red Dead Redemption 1 and Red Dead Redemption 2 have all made me cry. And there's probably another one. Red Dead
Redemption 2 made me cry. Days Gone made me cry.
And Redfall made me cry.
Well, sorry, and Tales of
Bro, we've got Boner Jams in the house with a $10 super chat.
Whoa, Boner Jams is back. What's up? All right, go for it.
Boner Jams has always got the surveillance on my good friend Mag. Well, I can't. Why? If I don't have him under my thumb on XC, Boner Jams knows where he's at. He says, I saw Mag on Saturday walking around Gold's Gym locker room, handing out hors d'oeuvres and asking everyone about the new Crash Bandicoot game. Very odd and very on brand for my boy Mag.
Hey.
Hugs and kisses.
Man, hey, listen, let me tell you something, all right? Just like Ludacris said, I don't deal with hors d'oeuvres. I deal with hors d'oeuvres. So thank you very much, Boner James. I appreciate that, my friend. And yes, if anybody
Anybody
wants some of my schnitzel, you can meet me in the Gold's Gym locker room anytime after close. I'm there from 10 till 2 a.m. All right, thank you very much. There's my...
I need to go to a gym where they have pizza.
You know what? Pragmata got me close, Clown Art. But you know why?
Yeah,
actually, I think Pragmata did get me because I have a daughter that's almost basically the same age as the character in Pragmata. Pragmata was, I think I cried at that one too.
You know what?
That one got me. That one got me, bro. That one got me because like I said, my daughter looks just like that.
I choked up in the credit scene for Assassin's Creed Black Flag. Have you finished it yet? You're not done,
yes,
right?
Well, I got the platinum.
So, I'll just talk to you. Chat, don't listen to this, but you know when he's on the boat and the credits are rolling, he's talking to someone?
Yes. I kind of choked up a bit there.
Yeah, that got me.
I choked up a bit there too because, yes, the same reasons, yes. Which of course, we will not spoil. You got to play Black Flag, guys. It's up there for Game of the Year for me.
Yeah, it's absolutely gorgeous. My buddy gave up on it. He goes, too much combat. And I'm like, get out of here. Chris Washington, thank you so much for the $2 super. He says, hey, have you guys heard any rumors of Titanfall 3? No, it doesn't exist. In fact, we're going to talk about Gamescom because there is Insider Gaming said, hey, could we see Jedi Survivor or Jedi 3 at the opening night live?
Dude.
I don't know if he's grasping at straws.
I don't know what Respawn is doing since Vince Zampella's passing.
Yeah,
I have not heard a word out of that studio since Vince tragically passed away. Yeah, nothing. Like not a peep out of that studio.
I'm sure they're getting ready to announce something.
Oh no, I'm sure they're doing something, but I mean that's got to be quite a shock to the system because I mean that entire studio literally was Vince Zampella's soul. Like, you know what I mean? It was his heart and soul, and having that ripped out of that studio, I mean, that dude, it sucked all the air out of that room. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like it must have just devastated that entire studio. So it probably took a while to get them like back on track. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I would think they were already working on Jedi 3 when that happened.
Oh no, they already were.
And I bet you
he did
teams
confirm that.
Yeah, and the team's energy to do what Vince would have had taken across the finish line would be, a big motivator for him. So I think it's something. I got to take a sidebar here. Andy Ackerman thinks of 2. He goes, Mag forgot to say 5 seconds per customer. Yeah, that's about all he'll give out. I got to
quick, folks.
I got to give a shout out to King Fan Man, my buddy in the chat. Great content creator. Go check him out if you want to hear all about Bethesda, Fallout, Elder Scrolls, everything like that. Starfield. I want to say to him publicly, today we got the announcement that Witcher 4 is targeted a 2028 release. And so I went and looked up the development of The Witcher 4. Keep in mind, they're also working on full DLC that they're unveiling for Witcher 3.
Yes.
And so they
shocking development.
Yeah. And where did I hear that before? In 2022, they did some pre-production for Witcher 4. In 2024, which is just 2 years ago, they went into full production for The Witcher 4. And they said their game is coming out in 2028. I listened to a really great video from King Fan Man where him and his co-host talked about the specific subject of why they broke it all down, why they think that Elder Scrolls 6 is coming out maybe at the end of 2027, but more likely spring of 2028. And everyone's like, oh, no, they'll never put out a game in the spring. That's a fall game. It's Elder Scrolls. They showed us in the video how every Elder Scrolls game except for Skyrim, all 4 of them except for number 5, released in April or March of the year, which gives
How about if they release Project Helix as how about if they release Elder Scrolls 6 in the spring of 2028 with the launch of Project Helix not coming in the fall of 27?
Ooh, I mean, I don't want to wait for Project
as a launch
Helix,
title. Well, I mean, what do you think?
Even if Helix comes out in November And then the following March, you go around the horn. That's how I look at a year calendar. We'll have a conversation about that another time. Yeah, I do. I think of the months they go like this, like a horse track.
That's what I'm. Yeah,
it's insane.
I don't know. That's what I could see that. Like, let's say Project Helix comes out in spring of 2028 instead of the fall of 27. Buy them a little more time to get their components together, and then you have a mega launch title to go with it.
I mean, Nintendo does just fine in the spring for a launch. They don't have to launch during Christmas time, but I mean, everything
I made a video saying these are the reasons why Elder Scrolls 6 are coming out in 2027. But I mean, I'm just like,
I know it was a great video, Mag. Yeah, I watched Mag's as well. Go watch Mag's video. He does the same thing. He says, let's just talk about it. Let's talk about
it
why.
Did very well. Yeah,
it was great, man. And same thing. I think it was like a day later. King Fan Man's. It's their podcast discussion where they broke that down. And I've been on team Elder Scrolls 6 is November 2027, but everyone's like, oh, it's going to get delayed. It's not 2030. It's like 2030 at the earliest. I'm like, come on, man.
No, it's not going to. She's not. That's something I talked about in the video. I know we don't have to go down that rabbit hole, but I'm just saying there's no way she's going to allow that because that's already what's been happening for the last this whole generation, and that's why they have been failing is because they're taking too bloody long, too expensive, and not hitting their targets. And people are just like, oh, I guess another year of almost nothing. All right, cool, whatever. And I mean, the last couple of years have been fine, but I'm talking about before that, like the 5 years, 6 years, 7 years before that was the problem. And she's not going to let those problems repeat. She's going to go to Todd Howard and pull his hair and be like, listen, this is what's happening. It's coming out in a year and a half. You got it? If you have to shave 10 hours off and make that a DLC, that's what you're doing. You make the experience a little smaller. We'll expand the map on a DLC.
Oh,
and for Xbox Ultimate subscribers, you get that expansion for free. But if anybody else, you pay $10 for it. Done.
I mean, that's another.
You know what I mean?
That's another really good point, Mag. That they always like plan DLC and they're kind of working on it while they're launching the game. Maybe Asha said, "Look, we need this game in this window. Can you hit November to March?" Of the turnaround of 27 to 28. And they're like, stop working on any DLC or any plans. Like you can work on that post-launch, like just get the game ready. And Meg has a really good point. Asha's not going to allow them to go to 2028 or 2029 or 2030.
No.
And here's the other thing.
That's been their mistake.
Here's another really great, it is. It's been a mistake waiting too long. And another mistake is putting their games on PlayStation, which we'll talk about that another day. I don't want to get in that rabbit hole or that can of worms. King Fan Man made another really great video like 4 or 5 months ago about how the only reason Starfield took so long was because it was a brand new IP. It needed all new mechanics. It was on a full new creation engine. And it had 1 year delay because of the pandemic. And then 1 year delay because Phil said, you're not coming out in 2022. We just had Redfall is an absolute disaster. You're coming out a year later. And so... the people who think that this is how long games take to make, Witcher 4 is basically going to come out in 4 years development time. And how could you not think that Elder Scrolls wouldn't take 4 years? They started pre-production in 2022, the same time that CD Projekt Red started working on Witcher 4. So I may be completely wrong. Patrick will spot on, Colt. I am selling you a dream. If Elder Scrolls 6 comes out in the end of 2027 or very early in 2028, then I'll have been right. We won't have to wait forever. But if I'm wrong, I think we're maybe I'm a year off. But I don't think that. I don't think
it's going to be a year.
Thank you, Meg. I'm glad that we agree on that because I feel crazy sometimes.
No. And like I said, it's just because you could see, like she's already said it. It's about the timing. Is that she's mentioned it multiple times about the timing being an issue, and that's what it's all about. And that, like I said, once again, that's what I talked about in my video. It's like we can't wait 7 years.
Your other really good point, Mag.
Whatever. Yeah.
Your other really point in your video was when Helix launches, what do they have to have?
Well, then that's the thing, because the last 3 hardware launches had nothing. The last hardware that launched with significant good content was the Xbox One in 2013. They had 5 launch titles, and they were killer, man.
Yeah, I mean,
I loved them. Dude, come on, man. Dead Rising 3, Rise, Son of Rome. That's 2.
Titanfall was like a couple months in.
Yeah, it wasn't the best, launch window.
One X didn't have a launch game. Series X didn't have, Series X
That's what
launch
I'm
with
saying.
Gears Tactics like that. Come on. Yeah, and I don't want him to rush it, Patrick.
That's not it.
I don't want him to rush the game, but Todd Howard said something in a kind of funny interview that I put in a video last month.
They can't afford to not rush, though. They can't afford to not rush. They can't be like, take your time. No, they don't have that option because Satya is telling her, you've got to the end of 27 to make this thing profitable. And she said it herself, and so did he. So it's not like it's me saying that. You know, he said that. And she then turned around and said the exact same thing. She goes, I'm going to make it profitable by the end of 27. And then literally in a different interview, he's like, yeah, they got to the end of 27 to make this thing profitable. It's out there. So they don't have the luxury of time because they've been effing up for so many years. You do not have the luxury of time. You've got to play catch up.
Yeah, I mean, just imagine it, Mag.
Or to their whatever. I don't know. If it works, it works. But they got to have quality that people want to play. That's obvious. But
let me paint the picture.
What we're going to see.
I'm going to paint the picture.
What's that?
I'm going to paint the picture for you. November 2027, Helix is $900. It plays all your PC games. It's got a cool form factor. So it's got Steam and it's got Xbox games. It's super powerful. And the only place to play Elder Scrolls 6 day one on that console is the Helix, unless you're on PC. So if you want to play Elder Scrolls 6 on console, you have to buy a Helix. Now, I think that I would bet the farm that Elder Scrolls 6 will be fully playable natively on Series X and S. But if you got a brand new console, and you know the hardcore are going to jump on that console at $900 like crazy. But if it is launching the same time as Elder Scrolls 6, that console will actually do super well. And if you were going to put up a chart and say Helix launched at 900 with no Elder Scrolls 6, or it does with, like, the numbers would be monumentally different. And I bet you that there are people who are doing the math and thinking, this, Mag, I'm with you. It's got to launch in the launch window of the Helix for the game's sake, Helix's sake, for Xbox's health, and it's exclusive. People can't believe it, but I know that King Fanman and his co-host talked about how they think it's probably timed. If that game is timed, you better never tell a soul that it's timed until the day it's ready to be announced, like ready to launch on PlayStation. But I think that if they're playing their cards right, putting that game on PlayStation later is a death nail for the brand. Really is. I mean, even right now,
I don't know. I don't see it. I don't like. We have a standing bet, a gentleman's bet, which we virtually shaked. Yeah, I don't think that Elder Scrolls or Fallout are going to be exclusive. But that's that's me. We'll see. We'll see. Like I said, it's just a bet, but we'll see how it all goes down, and then or maybe I don't know. We'll see how the financial split is. If it ends up being not exclusive, and if it is exclusive, then hey, go for it. Godspeed. I said that before. I'm saying, listen, man. I'm like, if you really want to make a run at it, then make everything exclusive. Just go for it. Just go for it. But the thing is, they're not allowed to.
I know. There's a whole argument about legacy games. Elder Scrolls is legacy because it's been on PlayStation.
Oh, I don't care about it.
I don't think that matters.
Me anyway. Yeah.
Yeah, I know, because we have all the consoles. Like
I
can
own
play
everything,
a PC,
so it doesn't
PlayStation.
affect me. Like I don't have a dog in this fight, but I mean, yeah, like when you look at that, I don't have a dog in the fight at all, except like when someone asks me a financial question, like, does it make financial sense? I'm like, right now, no, but whatever. I don't really care. If you make it exclusive, I got the hardware.
Are you ready?
Whatever.
Are you ready for this? This is going to piss off some people. The definition of exclusive is excluding other things. That's the dictionary definition of exclusive. So all they have to do is put the game on Xbox console. So Elder Scrolls 6 would be on Series S and X, which is 35 million consoles. It'd be on Helix. It's going to be on PC, which is available to 250 million concurrent users on Steam. And here's the kicker. Put that mother effer on Switch 2. Because I've talked to a lot of people that talk about all this stuff when it comes to exclusivity and platforms. And they've said over and over, no one will care if you put a tentpole Xbox game on Nintendo Switch. But if you put it on PlayStation, it's a whole different perception, and it harms the brand so much. So if Switch 2 version of Elder Scrolls 6 took off, it would just be good for everybody. But it's
I see what you're saying
PlayStation.
there. Yeah, it's true though. For some reason, there's no stigma around Nintendo because it almost feels like they're on their own little island. So when you put something over there, it doesn't have that same stigma as like the Twitter mob, whatever, would go insane if it's on PlayStation. But well, it's also on Nintendo, and then it was like, yeah, but nobody really cares. And it's like, you know what I mean? And so it almost feels like it's like the little brother that nobody picks on. You know what I mean? They're like, just let them do their thing, which is funny because they actually dominate in so many other ways, right? Nintendo, it's like that's someone you should watch for. But yeah, I could see your reasoning there. It's actually kind of,
let me ask you.
It's funny but true. It's funny but true. If you put it on Nintendo, no one would bitch.
And I don't 100% mean it. I just think it would be kind of hilarious. But then I also think the question to you is, what majority of the Switch 2 players would like really care about Elder Scrolls 6? Like what percentage? Because you play on Nintendo.
Probably not a whole lot.
So it would just kind of like, it would make up a difference. And basically your game is available to everyone. But PlayStation doesn't get to play because they have their own walled garden they've kept up for so long. You know, there was a time, when I say exclusivity is dissolving, there was a time, absolutely, when the first Horizon Zero Dawn and the Lego Horizon game were being built to put on Xbox post-launch. PlayStation can say, F it. Xbox doesn't matter. Let's go sell some extra copies. And they were going to test to see which games are going on Xbox. Hell, their biggest game this generation, which is Helldivers 2, it's on Xbox. And PlayStation completely 180 that. And if you think that Xbox won't 180 when they've got Steam in their pocket, like PlayStation just has their 100 million consoles. Steam is 250 million concurrent users across Steam machines, handhelds, desktop PCs, laptops, desktop, you name it. It's a huge market. And if your game doesn't sell on PC, it's because it wasn't a good game. And the other thing, this is the last thing I'll say and we'll move on. If you think exclusivity doesn't work, why the heck is Forza Horizon 6 done so well without PlayStation? They're going to possibly announce it at Gamescom for the PlayStation port. It's going to come out this year in the worst time. I think it'll sell far less than it was supposed to because they're going to end up putting that out like after GTA 6 on PlayStation 5, and it might whimper. So, Happy Bomb, thank you so much for gifting channel membership to Stow Dragon. Appreciate that.
Sorry.
That was nice of you. Sorry, go ahead.
Do you think they're going to release in 26? I don't think that's a good idea. Like, who's going to buy it with all those games
They
coming
said
out?
they will. It's going to be a mistake. Maybe they're doing it on purpose.
I think they should launch it in the spring of 27 and just call it a day. Spring of 27, just like they did with Forza 5. And Forza 5 sold, 5.6 million units on PlayStation? That's a huge number. That's a lot of money. I would wait till the spring of 27, man. I would just say, listen, it's coming out, May 1st, 2027, and leave it there.
Yeah,
everybody's got so much crap to play between now and then, including February, by the way, because February's filling up like mad, right? Tomb Raider, God of War, Lao Fei there, and you've got Fable in there. There's some other, I can't remember. There's like 2 other games in there. There's like 5 games in like a week. And there's some Nintendo exclusive coming out during that time. It's one of those stupid farming games, but people love it anyway. It's like Animal Crossing or whatever. Anyways, it's going to get buried in there too. I would just say launch it May 1st, 27 for PlayStation. They'll sell 5 million units again.
Yeah, when you have an open spot.
If you do it now, it's total suicide. What's the point of even doing it? Don't even bother.
Why don't we work there? Is what I want to know.
Because corporations love a staff that fail upwards. We do not fail upwards. We just go upwards because we're intelligent. So they should hire us. I know you're listening, Asha. Look at you. I'm looking right in the camera. I know you're listening. Booty, I know you're out there. And I know that Greenberg is out there. And I'm telling you right now, if you guys don't hire us, you're making a big mistake.
They need to hire us at the churro stand because I know when the churros are perfectly cooked.
I'll work for anybody. I'll work for PlayStation, Nintendo. Stand. I'll whore myself out. I'll whore out my knowledge. No problem. I'll go to Nintendo. Nintendo can do that. Sony, Xbox, whoever the hell wants to hire me, I'd be like, I'll tell you how to do this. Let me show you how to do this properly. All these clowns you got working for decades don't know what the hell they're doing.
Yeah,
a couple of them did.
Hey, congrats!
Knew what he was doing.
Congrats to Seti Stevo. He says, peace out, folks. I got a promotion at his job that requires me to be in earlier. Remember to touch grass, hug someone you love, and play some games. Thank you so much for the 5.
Play some games.
Let's talk about
games.
Let's talk about opening night live, which is tomorrow, I think. Jeff Keighley's.
So
I almost said
I'm missing it.
Kev Geely's show. He just ended up spending a very romantic weekend with Kojima for his birthday, so they had a good time. I love how Jeff like leans into the jokes. Like I love it. He'll make the jokes about Miss Piggy and Jeff Keighley because he knows that everyone will just like join in. So anyway, his show is going to be awesome. So some of the confirmed titles that will be there are Final Fantasy VII Revelation, which I'm super looking forward to because it's open world. Metro 2039 looks insane. Silent Hill Townfall, which is that the Xbox release for Townfall or the PlayStation only?
It's PlayStation only for now. I think they got a 6-month window.
What was the one called that came out this year that you played?
Yeah, that was awesome. Silent Hill F was dope, man. This one is Silent Hill Townfall. It's a whole different vibe. It's a whole different vibe of a game. It's not like Silent Hill F. Silent Hill F was great. This one is I think it's 6-month exclusive, a console exclusive to PlayStation. Then it comes out in the new year on Xbox. Anyway, sorry, go on.
That's Konami, right? Or is it?
It's in association with Konami. They're I think they're publishing it, but it's Bloober Team.
Yeah, it's weird that Bloober is doing like they did the exclusive mid game with Xbox. What was it? The split
medium.
Yeah, gosh,
the medium
game. Anyway, that one's
that game.
Yeah.
They ended up doing Silent Hill 2, which was really good. By the way, if anybody didn't play Silent Hill 2, you're missing out. The remake was really good.
Oh, okay. Yeah, too scary for me.
It came out it was exclusive to PlayStation for like a year, and then after that, it came out to Xbox Series X and S. And they released it at a discount when it came out for the Xbox. So if any Xbox gamers out there who haven't played it, do yourself a favor. It's really good.
Yeah. Get in the series. Just don't make me play it. Tides of Annihilation is supposed to be there, which I think it had a slight delay because Jennifer, I want to say Jennifer Grey. I think that's the Dirty Dancing lady. Jennifer, I can't remember. She bowed out. She was in Expedition 33. You guys know it. You'll write it in the chat. You guys are so fast. Let me look.
By the way, while you're looking for that, I screwed up because it's funny because I actually went to see the studio at the Days of Play in LA. It's Annapurna and Konami.
Oh,
and it's actually being developed by Screen.
I thought they were a publisher.
Yeah. I'm saying it's being published by Annapurna and Konami, like a co-published, but it's actually being made by Screenburn Interactive. I screwed up.
Oh, geez.
And I should have known better because I actually sat down with them and I literally with the lead designer of the game and the director of the game, we actually had a conversation, and then I had the behind the closed doors demo and everything else.
That's great.
Yeah, I should have known that, but I screyed that up. So yeah,
that's such fun stuff to be able to do.
It's not Bloober.
Okay.
Yeah, that was awesome, man. Yeah.
So Tides of Annihilation, I think they recasted the female lead, and I think they changed the face as well because of motion capture. But it looks really cool. Really cool looking game. I think it's launching on Xbox Day 1. Gears of War E-Day is supposed to be there. If you watch for this channel on Wednesday afternoon, I will have my preview of playing the Gears of War E-Day campaign preview. Nice. I know there's a lot of people like, I don't want to see anything. I don't want any spoilers. There's no way there's going to be spoilers. You couldn't spoil it if you wanted to. So please check out the video. Exodus is supposed to be there, which, man, I hope it's good. It's like it's made by the old Mass Effect team, so it really looks like Andromeda. There's been a lot of up and down with that, but another one is Anaconda is supposed to be there. This is the Grand Theft Auto anime open world / Spider-Man game. Have you ever seen the trailers for this, Mag? Anaconda.
What the hell is it called?
Anaconda. Open up a tab and look at it. I've made a couple videos, I've had them in the video. It is an open world.
I've seen this. Yes, yeah. I've seen this. It looks really cool.
I'm supposed to do a short video for them to do a Gamescom promo thing, and I'm waiting for them to get back to me. I cannot wait to do content about this game. It is so cheesy looking, but it's very cool. There's a Monster Hunter.
I can picture my kids loving this game.
I can picture you maybe giving it a shot, man. It's an open city. You can do all kinds of stuff, shoot hoops.
Yeah, it looks pretty
swing
cool,
around
man.
like Spider-Man. It's like, it may suck.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It looks pretty cool. Yeah.
Monster Hunter Outlanders, I don't know how big that is, but there's this game called Cinder City that is supposed to be there that I'd never heard of, and I want you to check it out because you know that game, The Last Descendants that you played, that you platinumed.
I loved that game, man. That was crazy that I did that, but yeah, I loved it.
There's a game. This Cinder City is like that. You can choose between 5 playable characters, and now all of them look like really cool and sexy, and like the dudes are all hulking and they're wearing like Splinter Cell armor, and it's like a futuristic third-person shooter with zombies, like weirdo like anomalies that came into the world, but not like zombies, but like, you know, creatures that are like they just want to kill people. So yeah, Cinder City looks kind of cool, and I guess we're gonna find out more about it.
Alien Isolation. I hope the hit detection.
Have you looked at it?
Good. Yeah, no, I've seen it. I'm actually looking at it right now on a separate screen. But the thing is, as long as the gunplay is solid and like punchy and accurate, then I'm in. Like, you know what I mean? Then I like that. That looks like a kind of game I'd really like get into. So it looks fun.
Yeah. Thanks, Danny Passion. It was Jennifer England. Somebody who wrote English chat. Jennifer England. Yeah, she's awesome. She had some personal stuff, and she's an award-winning actress. So somebody else is taking over her Tides of Annihilation. Yeah, I said it correctly. Spaceway Sentinel, thank you so much for the $20 super chat. Look at that emblazoned in orange and just lighting up the support for the channel. We appreciate it. Says, appreciate you too. I've been here for some time now, but don't comment much. I know how it feels, man. I do that a lot. I just sit and I'm like, I don't want to bug anybody. He says, just want to say thank you to Colt and his guests. Awesome fan base as well. Yeah, thank you for being supportive of the people. When Mag's not here, I'm like, oh gosh, I got to get somebody to how do I get somebody to replace Mag? It's impossible. What do I do? Tom, how do I get this power? 1.21 gigawatts.
Well, the thing is, if I'm the guest, I'm the longest running guest in the history of every single YouTube podcaster on the planet, because I've been here for 3.5 years. So that's a long guest run.
Yeah, I appreciate you, Mag. You know, I did, when I started this podcast 5 years ago, it was supposed to be community, like I wanted to bring on like content creators that are way bigger than me, and then a bunch of developers, and then people from the Xbox team, and people making games, and I was going to do these interviews, and it got really exhausting trying to wrangle people together, and then trying to get Xbox leadership on the show is like impossible. And so I reached out to Gaz, and I said, hey, would you do the show with me? And he endured 9 months or so of being up from 1 to 3 in the morning. And so I cut him loose when his job changed. But bringing you in, it's been amazing. And being able to hang out with you guys all in the chat and build this community, man, and this audience together where we can sit and talk gaming every Monday night, and then have Mag here, who we've become friends, and we can just lock in and talk about all the stuff that you guys are. Yeah. It's amazing. Thank you so much. But yeah, you are the longest guest ever. Appreciate you. Thank you for that. I appreciate it, Spaceway Sentinel. What's that?
So why don't you just say that?
It's in all this rigmarole. Yeah. Fable, you know, we talked about Fable's going to have another big reveal. Hogwarts Legacy 2. They're thinking Hogwarts Legacy 2 could possibly be at the opening night live. I mean,
I know it's been in development for 2+ years. It's been in development for quite some time now. But I don't think they're going to show it. I don't think they're going to show it now. I think it's too early. I think
how bad?
I'd be very happy to be wrong, dude.
How bad very do you happy need to be that wrong. Though?
I need it badly. You know when I could see them launching, or sorry, not launching it. You know when I could see them announcing it? If they're going to do like a teaser, do it at the Game Awards in December, because 2 weeks after that, Harry Potter launches on HBO. So you know what I mean? You ride off the, like, you know what I mean? Like, when it comes to marketing, you have to do these things in batches in order to like build the most amount of momentum that you possibly can, right? By spreading it out, you're not building momentum. That's another reason why these companies should hire us. They don't understand, you know, how to do that stuff. You have to take advantage of these kind of things. Like, for example, I would have launched Marvel ToeCon closer to Avengers Doomsday, to be quite honest. I know
really,
the GTA 6
they rarely ever do that. Yeah,
I know, but like, you got to ride off that popularity, man.
Well, they're doing it now.
And like
sorry, Meg.
Your arm got loose. Your arm got loose. Sometimes that happens, folks.
Yeah, this is a new one. I really have to ratchet down.
Yeah,
I bumped it. They're doing that now. Yeah, you ever have problems? Personal problems?
Well,
see
1
your
in
doctor.
3 podcasters over 40 have problems getting their microphone arms up. As you can see, mine is just fine. Look at how erect the arm is. See that, folks? No problems whatsoever.
Come to the Mag Show if you need to stand at attention. Well, like they're changing the games industry now, where they're trying to tie in TV shows and movies and cartoons to synergize. You know, like there's a Grounded cartoon.
That's what I'm saying,
there's
because
the
it's to build
Kratos
momentum
thing. Yeah.
You got to build momentum, and I think I think you announce. That's my personal opinion. I think that you announce Hogwarts Legacy 2 first week of December. 2 weeks later, you've got Harry Potter coming out Christmas Day on HBO. Boom. You know what I mean? And you're riding off of that. Like, I also thought, for example, for any of my Canadian friends out there, and well, I mean, I know it's in the States too, but it's not really, doesn't take off as much as like Starbucks, but like Tim Hortons, for example, the coffee shop and donut place. They're doing this Harry Potter themed thing right now. Like, they have like all the different houses. You could buy like a Gryffindor box full of donuts, and the donuts actually have imprinted on them the flags of each house. So they have like Slytherin and Gryffindor, and what, you know what I mean? And so they have like all the different ones on there. And really? So anyway, the point is that you do all that. Why are you doing it now? Random ass week in August, you decide to do a Harry Potter promotion at Tim Hortons. Who's in charge of this crap? Do it during Christmas time, you boneheads.
Xbox did a partnership with IKEA for like little D-pad pillows, and then like a thumbstick footstool that looks like a freaking plug. I'm like, oh my gosh, Xbox with their body wash and their American Girl doll tie-ins. Like, stop it. Just stop it. Who does this? Anyway.
Yeah.
Hold on, we got a couple more games. I gotta read them out.
All right, go for it.
Oh yeah, they said Forza Horizon 6's PS5 release date could be there. Sure,
I think
maybe.
That's a mistake.
Yeah, I think it is too. You nailed it. Castlevania Belmont's Curse.
That looks cool.
Yeah,
that looks pretty cool.
Yeah, that was in your video, your fall video, which I don't think that would be at Opening Night Live. It's ready to come out soon. So
yeah, it's ready to come out.
The new Kena game, Scars of Cosmora, could get its reveal. The Star Wars Jedi 3, the Fallout 3 remake. No, there's no way that's going to be at this.
I don't think we'll see. I don't think we'll see those. I could see like Jedi 3 is kind of. I know Gamescom is the biggest European games convention that they got going out there, but I think Jedi 3 is the kind of thing that they leave for the Game Awards. I think Keighley gets that at the Game Awards. I know Keighley's there doing this, but I think the Game Awards gets even more eyeballs on it, you know, during the holiday season. I mean, they get tens of millions of views. I think it's way bigger. And you know, the thing is that if you actually go back in history there, Jeff Keighley came off the stage and interviewed Vince Zampella, who was sitting in the audience. He says, "What are you working on now that you're done with Titanfall 2?" And he announced Jedi, the first Jedi game. What was it called? Fallen Order. He announced Jedi Fallen Order right there live on the Game Awards. So I could see them going full circle with Jedi 3 being announced at the Game Awards. Anyways, carry on.
Oh, that'd be awesome. Hey, if anybody is watching this show today and you have not subscribed to Mag, you can click his name, takes you to his Twitter. You can go to his YouTube, or it's The Mag Show. Search until you find his face. There's some like grandma on there that has a similar name. But go subscribe to Mag. But if anybody here who hasn't subscribed to me, I need one more subscriber. I never do this. But one more subscriber to get to 196,000 even. So,
dude,
and I can see it if you do it. Just one of you
just hit it.
Subbed. Let me look. You didn't do it. Thanks a lot. Gee whiz. Just need one more. But anyway.
I just unsubbed, so now you need 2.
What's up, Brisket for the Biscuit?
Everybody unsub quickly.
What's up, Biff Rinaldi? Want to say hi to Snow Dragon, Biff Rinaldi, True 77. We got Tegan in the chat. We got Yodana Kizada holding down the cheeks. Cyber Gunter, our good friend, Beer Baron, Gray Monad, Skillet Will. Man, Music 72, like all the favorites. JV Smooth, Roy Meisenbach. Who else we got? Holy smokes, you guys are amazing. Thank you so much for being here. Ghostbusters, we got Jigga J. We got Andy Ackman with a $5 super. He says, Mag is your friend? You don't got to lie to kick it. Oh, man, it was so great hanging out in person. Ackman. Like, I really hope that all the stars align next year as well. We got Tugger Knotts here, Ryan Hodgson, who messages me often. We got BT Maverick, my good friend BT, Patrick, who else? Funky Playbox, all of you. The Glizner, thank you so much. Magnum, the good old Magnum, the old standby. That son of a gun Magnum, as always. I appreciate you guys. Legion of Doom, all of you guys are amazing. Thank you so much. Gamescom's going to be awesome. I don't even know what to expect, but the show's going to be great. I always enjoy it, man. Like, there's going to be some good stuff. There's going to be some boring anime stuff that I don't like, but who cares, man? I love seeing new stuff. Thank you, JV Smoother. Appreciate it. Meg, it's been a great show. Thank you for being here with the Alien Isolation hat on. I love it.
That's what I was that's why I put the hat on. I'm like, I expect to see Alien Isolation 2 there, and I got my Alien Isolation 2 hat. So
yeah,
I think we'll see that there.
I'll try. I got to carefully kind of figure out how I'm going to make content when it comes to the opening night live and some of the Gamescom stuff. Maybe I'll do some Fable breakdown. But I've got a Gears of War preview coming out Wednesday.
Excellent.
Meg, tell everybody what you've got planned. We'll get out of here. I'm starving.
Yes.
You guys are all amazing. Thank you so much.
Yes, sure. Yes, thank you so much. It was an awesome show tonight. We had a lot to talk about. Great time. Magcast is going to be there. You know why? Because Tegan logged into another one of his accounts and sub. There you go.
He was logged into my mom's account.
Yeah. Wednesday will be Magcast this week, as Tuesday I am in the city. I'm actually going to be in the city Tuesday and Thursday for business, so I'm not going to be there. I'm not going to be able to do the opening night live thing tomorrow, which really sucks because that's happening tomorrow, and then I usually go right into Magcast, and I'm like, I can't do either because I'm going to be gone from morning all the way till nighttime. So anyways, we're going to do it. We're going to talk about it on Wednesday instead. And on Thursday, we're on the channel. I'm going to launch at least 2 videos this week about Gamescom. We're going to be talking about some of that stuff. Also, Thursday is the launch of, what's it called? Plague Tale Resident. I will stream that game on Thursday for anybody to come check it out. And I will be playing that on the Xbox. On Friday, I will be streaming Call of Duty on the PlayStation 5 Pro. So I'm going to go Xbox and PlayStation this week. So I'm going to stream on both platforms. Thursday, Xbox. Friday, PlayStation Pro. So PlayStation 5 Pro. And we'll be doing that. And it's going to be a good time. And I'll launch at least 2 videos this week in regards to Gamescom and some other stuff that we got coming up for the fall. So got a busy week ahead of me. I know you got a busy week ahead of you too with the Gears preview. So we got a lot of stuff cooking in these streets. And let me tell you, right after Labor Day, I'll tell you right now, dude, after Labor Day, we are going to be smoking. So it's going to be
busy
a whole
playing
situation.
so many games. There'll be tons of content. Tons of stuff to talk about on the show. When are you going to be gone? You're going to Germany. Which day?
I'm going to Germany September 9th to the 15th. So I'm gone barely a week. So
the 7th, no Mag. So I'll need to get a different guest than just Mag being my guest.
No. Oh yeah. The 7th I'm not there either. Actually, yeah, that's right. Because I'm actually at the Baby Metal concert.
Awesome. I'm going to put that on the calendar so I know.
Shoot. So I'm going to miss 2. I'm going to miss 2 weeks in a row.
By the way, this may sound super lame to some people, but my wife took me to a concert on Tuesday night. We just hit our 27th wedding anniversary this past week, and she took.
Very nice. Congratulations.
This is not lame for me whatsoever, but she took me to see The Romantics. I hear the secrets that you keep, and Christopher Cross, and Toto. Toto is my absolute favorite band ever. I've got to meet a lot of the guys in the band back like 10 years ago. I've loved them since I was 16. And she got these like second row seats. We were like right there. Absolutely amazing. I mean, I know every song. I know every note. And it was just such a great time. So special thanks to her for that trip. It means a lot to me to sit and watch my heroes. And that's why it means so much that we get to sit here and talk to all of you guys that are some of our favorite friends that we get to play games with and stream with. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much. Mag, thanks for everything you do. We're going to get out of here. I'm starving. Thanks. Hit the like button on the way out and send a comment, and we will talk soon. Lots of good stuff. You guys are amazing. Mag, you know what I always say? What? Say it.
Be nice.
Be nice. No, keep it wrinkled. All right, we're out of here. Later. You should have a catchphrase.
Stay magnificent.
There it is. All right, bye. We're out.